Hello. Hello, friends. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Hi in the peanut gallery over there. Damon. Hi. There's our peanut gallery is over here. There should be cats somewhere, but I'm not sure where they are right now. Hello, everybody. Hello, friends. String Flame, what's going on?
Hello.
Your String Flame's going AFK now, so apparently he's not there. But what's up? What's up, Matt Stagger? Bill, what's going on? Love Bill. So excited. So today is the global fan event for anyone who isn't watching the global fan event. But though, if you're watching Dragonmount and not watching the global fan event for like the Wheel of Time, I feel like that's weird. But let's introduce who I have with me here first. Who are you?
That's an excellent question, Tom. You can call me Aes Sedai, Ethan Mahale, apparently. Any of those.
What's
from the Black Tower?
The Black Tower podcast has a female presence.
Their resident Aes Sedai.
Yay! What is your title? What does your Mihail title mean? Do you remember?
It means shields.
Ooh.
So I'm like the defense leader.
Okay.
We've got our attack leader and our storm leader, and now we've got the defense leader.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I like that. And London River over here.
The Black Tower needed a female presence. They did. It was a little bit,
I definitely agree. The boys needed to get broken up a little bit.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. And it's a different age. So
just don't let them wrangle you into playing like their keeper at conventions. Be like, listen, you're on your own. You got to take care of yourselves. All right.
Do not.
She knows.
Try to be their keeper.
She knows.
I feel like they'd more have to worry. I'd probably just like disappear, and they'd be like, "Wait, what?
Where did she?
Where'd Rafe?"
That's definitely the move.
That's what you should do.
That's definitely the move.
Cool.
And London is our favorite resident super nerd. Erin will share links to Black Tower and to London's
just my blue sky.
Blue sky, okay. Yeah. So Erin will get on top of that because Erin's playing my my control room today since we're not at our normal setup. I don't know if there you go. I don't know if you can. Oh, that would be great. London for Berlin.
Yes.
Yeah, fucking Matt Stagger is from your mouth to Rafe's ears, if it's possible. That would be amazing.
I don't think Rafe is hearing us.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Rafe. So we had the opportunity to speak to Rafe a bunch of times. Recently, Kathy got to interview him, and also Humberto, our Brazil contingent of Dragonmount, got to interview Rafe and Yosha and Madeline at CCXP, which you could see the interview over on the Dragonmount YouTubes. Fantastic! It was so good. That's also where we got hold on, I gotta play our little media clip. This is where Humberto did ask a question that everyone has been wondering the answer to, which is, are we ever going to get Drakkar in the show? And Rafe did give a great answer. So before I play this clip, because it's fantastic, but he did say like just before he said this part, he said I've had the Drakkar written into the scripts for both season 2 and season 3, but when I bring it to the special effects team, they're like, we can't do this for just one scene. So like, no, I'm sorry. But hopefully future seasons. But then right after he said that, he said like my favorite thing now, which is just going to be every time we mention Drakkar, I'm going to play.
I don't know if I should say this, but in the writers' room, we always joke about the drag car being like a car full of drag queens. So when the drag queen arrives, it's just like beep beep motherfuckers.
Yeah, so I love that. That's fantastic. And just in case anyone was worried if I didn't clip it, I absolutely
beep beep motherfuckers.
Because that's how I do things here.
I'm so deaf, I didn't even.
I know, it was really low. So he says, just in case anyone didn't hear. Oh, what's up, Manu? He said, in the writer's room, we joke around that the drag car is a car full of drag queens. And he's like, it just drives around like, beep, beep, motherfuckers. So yeah, I definitely clipped that. I'm sorry, Rafe. But that was definitely a quotable moment. But Rafe did, back to before we went off on that tangent, Rafe has said on numerous occasions that the cast and himself and Taylor watch a lot of the streamers and podcasters and stuff like that. That's how they know most of the things, the memes and the jokes that we have. They're very in touch with that, especially the writers' room, they said, which is fantastic to know. So, all of the memes that you guys create and put on Twitter and Instagram and everything, do get seen a lot. So please keep them up and don't stop doing them. And I'm sorry if we sound kind of weird or anything like that. This is obviously a different setup than I usually do. We're kind of sitting in my living room right now because it would be a little weird if we were like all trying to sit in my computer chair. I think it would be
a little bit crowded.
Just a little bit. But I did bring Momo out here with us because Momo had to come and hang out with us. For anyone that's here now that hasn't seen our normal rewatches, both, I think, of you guys, have you been a guest on a rewatch yet?
I think at least one.
Yeah, at least one, because we've done like so many at this point, and you've been a few times.
Yeah, like 2.
Yeah,
been 2.
Yeah, I think so. Where what we'll usually do is rewatch television shows and kind of mystery science theater / like Conan O'Brien through them, where we kind of interview our guests. We have a different guest each week. And we talk about the show that we're watching, and we'll host a watch party to watch it. So kind of like what we're doing right now, almost. We got what is it? Noon is when the show starts. So we got when the global fan event starts. So we still got about 45 minutes. I think they said it's like 12:45 that they open the doors. It says doors open, whatever that means. I hope we get to see some fun stuff. Is there anything that you guys are hoping to see in season 3 that we haven't seen yet in the first couple of seasons? Chat too. Let me know what is something that you're hoping to see today, even in this first episode, or even the behind the scenes stuff.
I guess I'm looking forward to more Forsaken.
Same. Which ones are out? Like, because they're not all of them.
Yeah, we have 8. So we have 8 Forsaken.
There's 6 that we haven't met because she said they are right.
Ish, yeah. So we know we have Lanfear, Ishamael, and Mogideon for sure.
Right.
And then she mentions Semiraj and Grendel, and then she just says the boys, Lanfear. That's when we got the awesome scene of Natasha O'Keefe and Ferris in bed during that dream sequence.
Where are the boys?
So the boys. Yeah, Matt kicking Royal. Oh yeah, I do want to see Matt kicking some ass. Yeah, especially some royal ass for sure. I know the reference there. So that's a good point. Let's bring up. I'll bring up my banner for our normal. Oop, I dropped my phone on the floor. For our spoiler level. So let's do that. Let's put that. There we go. So our spoiler level for today is going to be. Erin's typing as me right now. That's funny. Our spoiler level will be Fires of Heaven. So for those who need a refresher of what that means, Fires of Heaven is the book where a certain someone, or I guess we could say, because we're spoiling Fires of Heaven too, is where Moiraine gets tackled through a doorway of some kind. So if we don't go past that, if we can. So that would be, after Rand and the crew get back from the Aiel Waste, and Couladin's head ends up on a pike, and Moiraine gets tackled through a doorway, henceforth not being seen. But yeah, some royal ass kicking would be nice. Do you guys have any specific scenes with, let's say, or you know what? So the scene that he's talking about is the bow staff, the quarterstaff scene. Mm-hmm. So, is there anything in particular from that scene? Either of you, I guess. We'll go with Reese first. That you hope they get right in the show.
With that scene?
Yeah, with the quarterstaff scene, or even anything ancillary around it with the characters. We haven't seen Galad or Gowan on screen yet.
They better be sexy.
The actors are definitely good looking. Like the headshots that we got of them are good. hopefully when they get in costume and makeup, they're hot. Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
like shirtless and glistening.
I
Perfect.
think it'll be yes, and I think it'll be. I really want to see like, so if it's still, I hope that it still happens with a big enough female crowd that the royalty is just so humiliated.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just you would not expect it. These guys are just ultimately smacked down in front of a large audience.
I fully get with you with that. I definitely hope that there's a huge audience to see them get smacked down. I was actually hanging out with Wine Spring Inn on Thursday. She does like a I don't know what it's called on Elon Musk's app that he's an idiot. Anyway, Twitter. I'm just gonna call it Twitter because I know he hates it. She, where everyone can like sit in and talk, like you can talk to each other. I forgot what it's called there. She was doing that and I saw it and I had like free time and I was like, oh, I want to pop in and talk. I hope that Rafe teases us with that scene. Like that's what I said it like last year too. Like I hope he just any scene really like any of the big things. And I say us as book readers that like he knows we're waiting for, you know what I mean? Like something that hints toward it, something that's like, oh no, something else happens instead. And then it's like, but obviously we get the payoff, but at least,
like he picks up the bow staff, spins it and puts it back down as he walks through.
Something like that.
They're like,
Yeah. I'm really excited. Really excited. So, 20 people. Nice. And I saw a couple of new names in chat. So just in case anyone is wondering what we're doing here, there's a global fan event. I don't know if you could still sign up, Aaron, if you could, or anyone in chat. We have some mods in chat too. Cool. Share the link to the global fan event. You had to sign up for it. And then like they sent us a confirmation email like that was confirmed that, we get to watch it. I think it's I think it's going to be a live stream.
So.
Yeah, so like they're gonna stream it says the doors open at 12:45, which is just under 40 minutes, and then a friend just RSVP'd, yay! And then they have season 1 behind the scenes, season 2 behind the scenes, and then episode 1, and then they're doing a cast interview, and then as a special thing over on the Dusty Wheel, which everyone should go and check out. If you can have 2 streams simultaneously open, that's cool. But if not, pop back and forth from Dusty Wheel, back over to here, back over to the other oodles of people I'm sure are doing things right now. The Wheel of Time community is extensive, I would say, pretty much. We've got everything covered from podcasts to article writing to, YouTube stuff. But Matt Hatch over at the Dusty Wheel, Innkeeper Hatch, is going to be interviewing Rafe after the fan event. So we're going to have our live here. We're going to do a watch party for the fan event. And then once the fan event is over, we're going to end our live, say thanks to everybody. And then we're going to go hang out with the Dusty Wheel too, after Rafe is done and hang out with Matt and talk about episode 1. So I'm going to try to keep quiet on episode. Oh, hey, Crystal, what's going on? That's my co-host, Crystal. She's being a mom right now, so she has to be, an adult and do.
That's allowed.
Yeah, do adult things. But whatchamacall? I forgot what I was saying. After Crystal popped up, I got excited.
We're talking about the Dusty Wheel.
Oh yeah. The episode. I can't talk about. I don't want to. Talk too much, theorize too much about the episode because, as most of you know, we over here at Dragon Mount got screeners, and I've watched a few of them. So I'm not going to theorize too much. What Crystal and I are doing is we're watching the screeners and we're recording our thoughts and stuff like that before we watch the next episode, so that we can be like, we can theorize about it and things. And I've watched the first couple of episodes, so I'm not going to talk too much. So I'm going to throw any kind of questions about theories about episode 1 to London and Reese here. They're going to be our sounding boards for if you have any questions about what we think is going to happen in episode 1. So if you do have any questions on what we think is going to happen in episode 1, or things that you want to see that you'd like us to talk about, go ahead and throw those out. But one thing that they did show, if no one here has seen it, if Aaron wants to pull it up, we can look at some of these screenshots that I took for the sneak peek that Amazon and the team shared for a couple of days ago, I guess. I don't remember when they shared it now.
No, they shared it more than a couple
I
days
don't-
ago. It's been out for
Was it a week?
Yeah, it's been out for a bit.
There's been so much new wheel time content
I know, I can't
over the last
keep
10
up.
days. I can't keep up. Like, I can't keep up with it.
What a great problem.
I know. Aaron, share your screen. Put the thing up so we can see the screenshot. I don't know if she can hear me. Hello, Aaron, put the screenshots up. She's not paying attention at all.
That happened.
Yeah, she's my wife. It's fine. I'm talking. If London or Reese asked, she would have heard instantaneously. But there we go. Okay. So the 11-minute sneak peek is, and I'll give you guys this spoiler. It is actually the first 11 minutes of episode 1. Though I will say also as a little tidbit to that, it is the cold open, and the entire cold open is actually 17 minutes and 30-ish seconds. So this is not the entirety of that cold open. There is more that we're going to see when we actually watch the episode. So I'm very excited about that. This is a great shot. I love this shot.
Mm-hmm.
If you go over to the Dragon Mount socials, any of them, our current banner image is a screenshot that they shared way back, like before season 1 started, which is also similar to this shot. It's the White Tower and Tar Valon and Dragon Mount, but this is just a great. They caught our good side. I feel like this side is our better side.
Yeah.
For Dragon Mount, and I appreciate that about them, really making us photogenic in the things. Though on a more serious side of it, one thing I like about this, Aaron, if you could zoom in on Dragon Mount, the Dragon Mount itself is hidden up in the clouds, which I love. Yeah, and for those book readers at home, like or for those people that haven't read the book, Dragon Mount is always talked about like being so tall that like the peak is nowhere near being visible to anyone on the ground, and I like that a lot. Whoa, what happened? The screenshots disappeared. Matt Dagger asked, Tom, have you seen the Galad and Gawain sparring scene? I know nothing. I can speak of nothing. I know nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know who those characters are. So I can say nothing. Yeah, if you just click on the image, Aaron, you could just use your mouse wheel to scroll in and out. There you go. And then once you scroll in, you can click and drag and move yourself around. There you go. We love Aaron. So yeah, if you move over to Dragon Mount, you can see how Dragon Mount is hidden up in the clouds there. Yeah, I like, and that looks like a lot of the mountain is above the cloud cover. We won't talk about the scene that happens with anything to do with the peak of Dragon Mount, but yeah. Oh, is it on YouTube? Okay, yes, I did see it then, and it is good. The scene of Galad and Gawain sparring each other. Okay, go scroll up, zoom all the way out, Aaron, and then just scroll to the next image until a new image pops up. I think I took about 50,000 screenshots of each image. If you just press right on your pad there you go. So keep going a little bit. There's a shot where you can see. Oh yeah, there we go. So no, wait, one more back. There we are. So Reese, formerly of the North Harbor podcast, and still North Harbor podcast going on. I think this might be a nice shot of North Harbor. You know, we don't know which way they're looking, and both ends of the White Tower look. Both ends of the island of Tar Valon kind of look the same. But you know, I'm gonna go ahead and say.
Don't make that mistake.
Maybe they look the same to you.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I guess if you need directions to North Harbor, no, you don't. You should go learn your anatomy. But yeah, I like to say that this is definitely North Harbor, so we get to look out over North Harbor here. It's pretty cool. All right, let's go to the next one. And then one little tidbit. So like I've watched the first couple episodes like 150,000 times, and like a couple of times that I've watched it, and I encourage everyone here to watch and rewatch and rewatch and rewatch and rewatch as much as possible, mainly because I want a season 4. I want season 4 and 5 and 6. Just keep going, Aaron, through the pictures if you can. We can see into the background of Suan's room when Liane comes up behind her to get her, to summon her. In the background, you can see, you have to click on the image to scroll. There you go. Her dress that she's going to wear when she's sitting in the thing, it's hanging in the background, which is really cool. Keep going, Aaron, until we get to that shot. And then Moiraine and Lan, we know that they're in Tarvalon now. So like, how long has it been since they left? All right, there we go. Then now you can see on the bottom left in the corner there. That's the dress that she's wearing later in the sneak peek when they're in the Hall of the Tower. So what did you guys think of the Hall of the Tower? I know we've seen it a bunch now in season 1 and 2, and now part of 3 that we've seen.
I think it's really epic. I like how they made it so tall, like ceilingless almost.
Yeah, like it goes so high up. They had like viewing platforms too. It looked like almost like a Senate type room, like even like a lot of the state Senate rooms, like they'll have like viewing platforms up in the box seats.
Well, and it makes sense when you want when you want the rest of the tower to actually, because I mean every meeting we've seen so far has been sealed to the hall, right?
Yeah,
we haven't seen an Aes Sedai that I think all of them have been serious for whatever, but I imagine when you're raising a new Amerlin or whatever, that you would actually probably fill those balconies. I would think.
Yeah, or publicly punishing somebody, like they do in the book sometimes. What did they do to them? They birched them. That's what they kept saying.
I thought they did that in birching. This just seems rude.
I guess. I mean, what's worse for an Aes Sedai than being,
hit with a stick?
Yeah, hit with a birch rod.
Now we can't really hurt you, so
yeah.
It's humiliating.
Yeah, we're just gonna humiliate you. Just keep scrolling on, and I'll tell you if we're gonna stop on the pictures. I want to get to the Hall of the Tower. Oh wait, that one's a good one. Like if you didn't know, no, the one with there you go. If you didn't know, like horrible things are happening right now, this could actually be like a little bit of a cute picture, like Moiraine just hanging out with Lan, like they're on
old friends.
Yeah, she's like smiling a little bit. All right, yeah, you can keep going.
Shit's going down.
Yeah, she knows. Like, so I love this room is really cool. Being able to see more of the tower has been great. Like, we saw like the water training yard, that one hallway, a couple of bedrooms, and the Hall of the Tower. But seeing more of the tower has been absolutely fantastic. Rafe and the set design team and the writer's room and all of the special effects crews, like the computer generation and everything, looks gorgeous.
Even in that last one, the way they did the windows behind the heads of the statues, like everything's so thought out.
Oh yeah, and also like the hand gestures that they're holding seem like I feel like I've seen the Aes Sedai like in there weaving do similar gestures. Yeah. One of the things that I've always kind of hoped for is that there's like almost like a language to the weaving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like almost like if you see Moiraine cast a fireball in season 1 and in season 2 and in season 3, she's doing the same motions almost. You know what I mean? Like she's when Moiraine throws a fireball, she goes like this. Yeah, like it's.
So it's kind of like the books in that way. Where like their the way their hand gestures match where they learned.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
And we've already seen it a little bit with Egwene channeling with no. Oh, here you go. This is a good spot. How Egwene channels with no hand motions. Like she forced herself to kind of learn how to do that, and I really like that they're already kind of dipping into where the Aes Sedai kind of believe that you need the hand motions, but Egwene is kind of proving that you don't.
Well, it makes more sense if you're going to go into battle too, because you do the hand motion. Now you're just already gave away your next move.
There you go.
As opposed to just standing there.
Exactly.
They won't see what's happening until the weaves are already formed and coming straight at them.
Yeah, like especially if a weave takes like a second to cook, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like, oh, I'm going to do this powerful weave. It takes like it takes 6 hand motions to do this weave. And I'm on hand motion 4, and that Black Ajah Aes Sedai over there knows what I'm doing. Oh, target that one. She's doing balefire.
So instead, they might see the power around you, so they can see like what you're, you know, like what you're actually using.
Yeah.
But they don't know how you're putting it together necessarily.
Yeah. Or even you know later on male channelers, or even you know just regular old people, you know, like that's an Aes Sedai. I can't see the weaves, but you know you could see her flopping her hands around. Let's target her. So yeah, not definitely like you said, not doing it is a battlefield advantage for
It
sure.
could also be a nice like thing to throw suspicion. Just have somebody standing over that just start acting like you're weaving.
Oh,
people be like, get out of the way.
Yeah, it's an Aes Sedai, run.
No, it's just a crazy person. Like,
Okay, the coast is clear. Like,
Oh man, if someone was worried about that and they were walking around New York City for a long time, you would think everyone was weaving. Akeem, what's going on, Akeem? Yeah, so the global fan event is going to be it's a separate thing that Amazon is doing. So it's kind of like when we watch TV shows here, where you know you guys kind of like sometimes go and watch the show yourself. So if you go to Amazon right now, I'm sure it's probably on their front page. It's all over their social medias. Dragon Mount also shared a link on our social media to the fan event. Basically, Amazon is going to stream some videos soon. They're not going to like list them to watch like a normal thing, like if you go to the Amazon Originals page. This is going to be a streamed event where they stream a behind the scenes look at season 1, behind the scenes look at season 2, and then episode 1, and then like an interview with the casts. So that's what the thing is. There you go. Aaron got it into chat there. So go ahead and go to that link and click on it. And I think there's a countdown. It's probably just under an hour now to watch it. We actually have it up over here too, because we are going to watch it with you guys. 15 minutes and 32 seconds currently before the fan event starts. The live experience. So yeah, it's going to be a live stream that they're going to share. So over on the Amazon website. So have both windows open so that you can watch, you know, our nonsense and their nonsense. All right. So I stopped on this screenshot because I love the different Aes Sedai dresses. Sharon Gillam is the lead costume designer, and Davina Lamont is the hair and makeup. And for the layman who doesn't know, at home, I didn't know either. When they said hair and makeup, I was like, oh, well, who does like Trollocs and stuff? Well, that's makeup also. Like makeup encompasses prosthetics and like full body costumes and things like that. And I was like, oh, okay, so Davina does that too. Yeah. So Davina Lamont is responsible for basically all the hair, all the makeup, and then anything that you see on the show that's like a Trolloc or Shadow Spawn or anything like that. She is both of them are amazing, but Davina is an award-winning, crazy, high-level makeup artist, and I love her. But the two of them getting together and doing these Aes Sedai has been my favorite part of this series, I think.
It's just so they come up with just the coolest designs, like futuristic and old-fashioned at the same time. It's so cool.
Yeah, the different personalities that they get through with the Aes Sedai's clothes is honestly my favorite thing. Like you have, you know, in this scene, if you keep going, Aaron, in this scene, you know, you'll have Aes Sedai like 3 white sisters, 3 yellow Ajah sisters, 3 red Ajah sisters. Just keep going so we can see all the different dresses, but they're so different in their dress. Like we'll get to, there you go, right here is a good one. So like, you know, we have 3 red sisters here, you got 2 yellow sisters in the background there, and they're so differently dressed. Like if you zoom in on those yellow sisters,
yeah, they obviously come from 2 different places in the world.
Yeah, and you know they're different, just 2 different women. Even if they come from the same place, you know, they could just 2 different people. Even though they're the same Ajah, they're wearing very similar colors. The dress is completely different. And actually, that yellow one, the symbol on her chest, for any Avatar fans at home, Avatar: Last Airbender, those little swirlies kind of look like the Airbender symbols a little bit. Sorry, I always have Avatar: Last Airbender on my brain, so I love it. The other little bit that I want to point out here is Leandrin. So Leandrin is wearing half red and half black. Now, obviously, we know because that I think Sharon is overtly putting that on there because she's a red sister who became a black Ajah sister. But the thing that I love about it is that there's streaks of red in the black of her dress.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think that might symbolize that she could maybe be redeemed? Maybe
I have to wonder.
I do too. I mean, we didn't really get we get like a redemption arc for a dark friend in the books, but like that's past. We didn't get that in the show. Mm-hmm. So maybe they decided to give us somebody that like we would get more attached to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially because I think everyone loves Leandrin, right? Like she's like my favorite baddie in the show.
Oh, absolutely.
So I kind of hope good things for her. Because I feel for her too. I mean, she had to,
Okay, all right.
So
Rapunzel agrees with me. I love Rapunzel.
So much more depth to the dark friends in the show. Like,
for sure.
You have to feel for them. Like,
well, they're all coming from like a place of like either pain or actually, thinking that they can and somehow do something for the greater good, even though they have to do something bad to get it. Like they all kind of.
Yeah,
they're not
much easier to sympathize.
Yeah.
Or empathize.
Absolutely.
And some of them are jerks. We see that
in
this too.
Hold on there. I love that they gave us this little tidbit with Ivan and Maxim here too. With them holding like they it shows the relationship between them. And Manu, absolutely. Priyanka is always dressed to kill. They always give her. I feel like they give her the best outfits, maybe. Like
they do. They give. She always has my favorite.
Oh my god,
she's always, and her bosom's always just sort of out.
Well, I mean, like. That's Alana's personality, showing through.
I'm so good with it.
She's very open, and I love that.
I support that.
Me too. My favorite bit of on that same vein is from season 2. Yeah, season 2, when Egwene is in the room with her, and she's like she goes up there to ask her about the weave of the Brita filter weave.
Yeah, that use two weaves at once.
Yeah. And Alana thinks that she's talking about the threesome. So Alana, the care that Alana tries to go into like the explanation of how to properly be in a threesome, essentially. But then when Egwene like corrects her and she's like, no, I meant the weave. And then like just offhandedly, she's like, oh, you're just focusing too much on the different particles of dirt. Just think of it as a whole thing. Yeah. And that's it. Like, it's like she says one sentence on the thing that if you use incorrectly could kill you. But she puts so much dedication and thoughtfulness into, the threesome etiquette, and I like that.
One of them is more boring.
She's like, that.
Yeah, channeling the one power, just normally just not very interesting. I love that. Did we watch Taylor's new interview? No, I didn't see Taylor. Did you guys see it? Did you watch Taylor's? I did not see Taylor's interview yesterday. Oh God, there's been so much new Wheel of Time content. I have not been able to keep up.
It's so hard to like do my job yesterday.
Like your actual day job?
Like I was trying to work.
Good luck.
So hard.
Here's another good example of the dress too. Like five white Ajah sisters.
Yeah, look at them.
And even though they're in the exact same color, like there's no variation of the color white here. Very different. Very, very different.
I love that call. I love that dress in the front.
And the hairstyles as well.
Cool. Yeah, the hairstyles are very different. All right, now we're inside the room. I never looked at there. Can you zoom in on the floor a little bit? The floor looks really cool. Like I know we get to see it. I just love the way it looks here. And there's a shot at the end of it looks really cool. We can't really see the colors though. Okay, you can zoom back out. There's a shot at the end of the battle scene here where like we kind of see from above, and it kind of looks like the cracks in the floor are almost splitting the Ajahs, like the colors of the flames. And I wonder if that's like a little bit of more symbolology.
We do like symbolizing things.
Oh God. No. If you have any, if he had any fun tidbits of information, Rapunzel, let us know, because I did not see it. Same. The combat, the one power combat that we've been seeing
so good to see. Like so good, or at least for this thing.
Ooh.
This looks so
So
good.
so fast.
I feel so.
Oh, we're going so quick.
Yeah, Eric, slow down a little bit. girl.
In season, when they were capturing Logain in the show,
There we go.
I thought that was another really cool scene that we don't actually get to see in the books. It happens off page.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's actually a quote that Thom says when he is getting that information in, I think, Whitebridge. He's at a tavern getting information, and he says to the person, "Boy, I would have loved to see that. I wish I could have been there."
Yeah.
And it was just, when I was rereading, I was like, how funny that we actually did get to see it now.
Yeah.
We got to be there for it. How cool. And again, another one.
It kind of reminds me of like the new Hobbit movies. Like a lot of people complained about how much stuff they put in the new Hobbit movies, but a lot of it was, you know, there were scenes in the book of the Hobbit where the characters were like, but that's a story for another, where the narrator was like, that's a story for another time, but we're getting to see a story for another time. And that's kind of like what we're seeing here. We're seeing a lot of stuff that happened off screen, on screen. Slow down.
But like these weaves, I always think the one that when she's throwing that razor of air.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember that being described
Yeah.
in the books. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's just like I pictured it. It's so cool.
Oh God. And seeing the destruction
man.
in the Hall of the Tower is crazy. Did we see the clip from yesterday? Yes, we did. That was the Matt clip. There's the and now we have technically like 4 brown sitters sitting in there. Noticeably, I want to point out too that the black Ajah that stand up, we have a blue, a gray, a yellow, and a white, and then Leandra in a red. But no one from the green and no one from the brown got up in as the sitters in the room.
Right, and here, which means that they either aren't or they're staying in the tower.
Yep. The other thing is, like, that's 4 black Ajah sisters that infiltrated the highest ranks of the White Tower.
That's how you would do it, right?
Mhm.
I mean,
huge.
you would make sure that, because then you would want to have that information. You'd want moles in where like
Yeah.
the decisions are being made.
And I think that's something that's kind of with this teaser, this scene happening.
Gorgeous.
I think part of
Please.
the rest of the Aes Sedai are kind of in shock.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, for
not
sure.
only that it's happening, but exactly what you said, they allowed it to happen.
Yeah.
They were able to infiltrate the highest ranks under their noses. These are their sisters, people they loved and
Absolutely.
cared for. I can't even imagine.
No. What's up, Iris Bear? What's going on?
Hi.
Over on our Twitch too. Thanks. Most of us knew that Joya was probably going to end up being black, like she was in the book. Like, you know, we tried to keep that quiet for our non-book viewers, you know, in season 2. But I'm glad to see, you know, that she got up and she's there too. Hits her with a rock here. It's a rock, my one weakness. Though, you know what that kind of shows too? You know, as much of the one power. Oh, wait, hold on. Zoom in on Priyanka's face here. She's making a great face in this scene. I'm sorry, Priyanka. I love you so much and you're gorgeous, but this face was just too perfect in this scene. You do look shocked, I will say.
Yeah, that is a stunned face.
She's definitely stunned. And that one too. Very good.
Who's next is just there we go.
Yeah. She like her being hit with a rock essentially here is kind of like showing, like, as powerful as the one power is,
They can be taken out by just regular stuff.
Exactly.
They're not gods.
Exactly. And I like that. Like, you know, one of my, not that I like the Aes Sedai being knocked off their pedestal, but one of the things I liked in the books was when we start to find out that a lot of the stuff with the Aes Sedai, like the things they think they know and the truths that the Aes Sedai say, are just because they think that it's true. It's not exactly what they know. But to see the Aes Sedai get knocked off their pedestal so soon here is nice. obviously, they've stepped everything up, moved everything ahead a bunch. So we're going to see things a little bit faster. So that's why. Thank you, Manu. Thank you so much. So 3 more minutes until the fan event starts. So we'll go through the rest of this, the rest of the screenshots here. So we can get to the end. We're almost at the end here. This green sister, fantastic. Gorgeous. And then Chesmol, who is the yellow on the side there. I love the scene here because right there is the shot of a red sister defending warders, which, it's an odd thing to see. Mm-hmm. But yeah, let's keep going so we can get to we could finish these screenshots and then get to our live event before it starts. The battle though is absolutely fantastic. So good. So one of the screenshots that we had in some of the teasers was SpongeBob Rainbow Hands anxiety. I definitely feel that. Was a sad, angry Alana. So in chat, let me know why you think she might be sad and angry, and for what reason, if you have an idea for that. So we saw in the Turin Grill in the scene as we go through it. Go ahead and scroll through it, just a little slower than like super fast. We see the flat disc with the rings on it, which is a dream triangle. Mm-hmm. We see what we think is the male half of the Adam, mm-hmm. the bracelet. A couple of like cylindrical like rod or bow, or even maybe one kind of looks like a really big dagger, like an oversized dagger shaped things. Oh, this is a good one too. This screenshot, that is supposed to be Joya. That's real close to the Amaryllis seat there, but obviously we're not supposed to be watching this frame by frame, but that's definitely a stunt double because of the next image, and that's why they had to throw her. But that's definitely so much bigger than Joya was before. The battlefield healing is really cool. I love the seeing that.
I like seeing her.
I love this. I like seeing her. I like seeing her just like rage out right here.
Oh my god.
There's so many things to catch in this scene.
So much, which is why you have to go back and rewatch it over and over again. Please do that. Once this show is out, please go back and just watch this show over and over and over again. We need a season 3. Yes, the fan event is going to be starting in 30 seconds for us. So yes, we're going to be watching that with everybody. So please get that tuned up on your screen so that we can watch it together. And I'm going to do the same here on our screen so that we can watch it together and still see chat. And we'll do that. And the fan event should be starting any second now. There we go. Oh, we are able to join it and we can put a name in. What's that name? Oh, God, I can't wait to see more of the waste. It is definitely a triumph. The show is definitely a triumph. I'm very excited about the show. Mm-hmm. All right, now, just making sure we can also see the fan event at the same time as you guys. There. Get rid of that, and now. So most of this is from the goth outfits. Oh, I love the dark outfits that they're wearing in that one scene, which we all think is one of Maureen's. It'll come back in a second. One of Maureen's things. Ooh, the digital book covers. Okay, nice. Just yet another set of the Wheel of Time books I'll have to buy. No problem. I already own all of them.
You own all of them. Around and I'm like, oh, you have that Wheel of Time, those Wheel of Time books.
Yeah.
I just have one.
Well,
I'm a loser.
No, if anyone.
I guess I have the audio.
Rand tried escaping being the Dragon Reborn, but that has placed his friends and the world in a greater jeopardy. He's seduced by the Forsaken and left. Ooh, Dark Friends. Oh my God, I love Johan. I love him so much. I hope we get so much more of him as Pat and Fane. So good. He's been a great cat and Fane. He's so creepy, but also like
Kind of likable.
Yeah.
Kinda charming.
yeah. He's got like he's
If
just
you
got
could
a
see how he got away
charisma.
with it.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I can. Yeah. Oh man, she is gorgeous too. Everyone is gorgeous. I feel like there's no ugly people in the world of the Wheel of Time now. Like it's just that's going to be like canon. Everyone is gorgeous.
I was, I'm doing the fantasy league for the Wheel of Time, and they put all of our teams who we had drafted, and I was like, oh dang, we got the hottest team, and then I looked and I was like, oh no, everyone's just hot. Never mind, everybody's got a hot team.
Yeah, I actually kind of it's like a criticism I have for the show, to be honest.
That everyone's so hot.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
I wish that there was a little bit more variety of like looks and mostly like body types. I wish that there was like more of a variety on body types. Everyone's so
The GTA loading screen. Yeah, I guess see that. No, yeah, I agree with that for sure. But, we'll see. I don't think we're going to see a lot of variation of body type amongst the Aiel. I think everyone's going to be lean.
well, no, but that's because they're walking across the desert.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know,
Speaking of the Aiel, the threefold land. Oh, I like that they called it the threefold land, not the Aiel waste here. Known to the wetlanders as the Aiel waste. Perfect. Thank you, Rafe, and whoever wrote this. Perfect. I can't wait to see more of it. Specifically, I can't wait to see more Aiel. Thanks, Aaron. I can't wait to see more Aiel costumes and outfits and armor and things like that. Yay! Bear, or as IMDb misspelled, Blair. Yeah. Or I'm 99% sure it's misspelling because like all of the Wheel of Time stuff that we've gotten has her name listed Bear, Bair, but IMDb has it listed as Blair.
I like how this photo is just from season 1, but it still seems like she was so much younger.
Oh, I know. You want to see real craziness? Go look at Yosha. Like Yosha looks like a baby. Yeah. He even has like little like tight curly hair like a baby. Like it's like, oh my god, he looks like such a child in season 1 comparatively to now.
I guess that makes sense. Being the younger one would have more growth.
Yeah. The Egwene is going to be one of the characters that I'm most excited to watch her development, especially in season 2, but season 3, yeah. I just hope that they, I hate to say this, but like it's good to depict on screen correctly her dealing with her trauma. Like I hate to say I want to see her have a trauma and have it impact her, but like I do want to see that. Like I want to make sure, like I want to see how it impacts that was one of the great things about the books was that the characters aren't immune to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I love it in the books that she's actually kind of. I mean, it does get in the way of her judgment quite a bit in the books. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something that she has to grow past for sure. One of the new things, I don't know if you want to put it that way, but like one of the new things that I think that they introduced with Egwene specifically at the end of season 2 is the fact that she killed Rena. The way she killed Rena, I think that's something that she's going to deal with. That's going to come back to, and that she'll have to deal with because she did like obviously
cold blood.
Yeah, it was cold blood. Like I'm not saying like she didn't deserve it. Yeah,
it was cold blooded.
Yeah, like she was defenseless. She had nothing. She already had the Adam off. Like she didn't need to kill her. I think that's going to come back and haunt her.
I don't know. It would almost be more interesting if it doesn't.
Huh?
If it's pointed out that it doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, like they're like, hey, that should bother you.
Yeah,
like,
if she reflects on the fact that like she should be bothered by it, but she's not.
Rand is not merely a spoke. What element does Swan compare him to when she explains that he will turn the wheel? The water that turns the wheel. Yeah. Which is a fun reference. Like, fun. What is the first word spoken by Rand in season 1? I don't remember. Maybe who? I don't remember.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Would be a good one, but clearly
Maybe who?
No, how?
We're all wrong.
We're all wrong. Everyone's wrong.
now.
I do not remember. What country does oh, come on. Ilian. It do be Ilian. What did you guys think of Biodomin?
Oh, I like them.
Yeah, me too. That actor was really cool. I hope they get the same actor to come back if they bring him back. Does Suan know about other elemental references? No, everything is water to her. Thanks, Alonso. What does land state in season 2 is the one above all others? Yeah. Whatever comes, face it on your feet.
Which somebody pointed out right after that. He says that to Rand. And the first thing that happens to Rand is he gets knocked out. Right after that.
Well, you know, face it however you can.
Just face it, I guess.
Geofran Bornhold, which is why Perrin kills him.
That'll be an interesting one.
That's interesting, and the way it looks is
Sandy.
like we get a better explanation for like Dane being so angry because.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember. Maybe the Dark Along the Ways. I don't know. Which episode did they first kiss in? Oh, Blood Calls Blood.
I think it was Blood Calls Blood.
I think you're right.
Good job.
So smart. Complete the quote. Brutality is the only path to power. Yeah. I feel like that's a Lanfear quote. The okay, Mercy. All right. That still might be a Lanfear quote. Still might be a Lanfear quote.
Same.
Who were in several trio before the War of Power believed to be best friends? Lanfear, Luce Theron, and Ishamael. That was an interesting bit too. Like,
Yeah.
I like that. You know, and it's a great like dichotomy to put on Rand and his friends. Like, you know, his friends in the past betrayed him and went to the shadow. Like, is that when will he start to think that of his friends now? Will the old thing? No. Maiden Hand Song too. There's no
He was 8.
Was it in season 1? Okay. Oh, you're so smart.
I told you.
It's for real. How many Forsaken did Ishamael let out? 6? Oh no, Moghedien was already out, right? I guess. So 5.
No.
Yeah, 5. It's gotta be 5.
Was Rhuidean already out?
I guess not. But Lanfear was out. Oh, by the end of season 2, he freed because he frees. Okay, yeah, he freed her in the beginning. Right. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Red Coat Rand, some more Red Coat Rand.
There's 7 out because Lanfear was like in the other 6.
Yeah. And he frees her too. He frees her in the beginning. Which, by the way, if you go back and watch that scene of him freeing Lanfear, Davina gave us this little bit of information in the interview that we did with her. The woman that is Lanfear's body double in that scene, so she comes out, she's naked and she's covered in blood. They filmed that on location, and she said it was freezing when they filmed that. She gave that woman like huge props for during filming that scene because it was so cool. Ah, there she is. Oh my God, that was Nynaeve and Moghedien.
Yes, I'm so excited for that.
Oh yeah,
That'll be fun.
I hope we get that.
Especially because in that little clip, I really loved.
Oh yeah,
she was very,
maybe it was it was maybe compulsory.
Yeah.
It is definitely certified fresh. I don't care what anyone says, but then we had ugly hair Rand there. I hate that hair. Like, I just hate it. The one where he's in like what looks like he's standing in. I'm making an assumption here, the Age of Legends, because of the way the background looks and the clothes that he's wearing. Probably one of the flashbacks or one of these things with Moiraine. Just the hair that he has in that. Frustrating. Oh God, gorgeous! The Lion Throne of Andor there. The Battle of the Two Kingdoms. That's a lot of trouble.
We have a lot to look forward to.
Oh my God, there's so much happening. And you can see here too, but like, I don't know if you noticed, there's there's humans amongst those Trollocs that are fighting with the Trollocs.
It's like a shadow of the dark. It's not. They're an army of
the shadow. Yeah.
It
It is early. It's early. It's early, and Reese had a trip here, so and I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out.
It's like a
Thank
day
you.
trip. It wasn't that
How long is it for you to get here?
hour and a half.
Oh,
Ooh.
same for me.
Not bad.
Oh, I gotta buy new books. Oh no. Has anyone listened to the Rosamund Pike audiobooks yet?
I started to,
Okay.
but I did not get to listen to all of them. To be honest, this is weird. And I think it's just because of her accents. It sounds like a video game to me. Like
Okay.
it sounds like I'm playing Fable or something
Oh,
because of the voices.
Good callback. I love that game.
oh man, I liked Fable.
Such a
Bringing
good
another
game.
one out
Yeah, I know.
this
I'm
year.
very
I'm
excited.
very
Very excited about that. I just hope Peter Molyneux doesn't come out and say anything about it because he always jinxes it. That's the guy that was the head of the studio that made the first couple. He came out and said so much stuff like that they couldn't fulfill, and then they, wasn't in the game, and everyone was mad, and they were like, "That we told him to stop talking." The developers were like, "We told him to stop talking. He doesn't know what he was talking about." Oh God. And now we get, obviously we're so far away from season 1 with all of the issues they had with COVID. I can't wait to see them film all new locations too. Like in season 1, they had to stay in Prague the entire time. Season 2, they finally expanded a little bit. They were able to get down into Africa and go to Morocco and things like that. But I know they got into like maybe 3 or 4 different countries, they said, for season 3. So I'm really excited about that. Shorey. I love Shorey. Shorey Agdashalu.
That's a great dress too.
I'm so excited.
Gorgeous.
I was actually thinking because I know a lot of people, and I thought she would have been a great Cad Swan.
Oh yeah.
But I was actually thinking that for her to have the relationship with
So
Thom
fierce,
and
Andy. So
Moiraine,
fierce.
she would have to be older than I pictured her.
Yeah.
So this is a great Elida casting, I think.
I hope we still get a Cad Swain.
Me too.
I'm gonna be
Maybe
sad that it's not Shorey because
it'll be someone else.
I know.
It'll be
Yeah, it
fine.
will be.
That's
Stop your
fair.
whining.
Okay, I'm sorry. Tarvalon. I love the city too. City's great looking. Like there's and I've shared it a couple of times on our streams, and I might have posted it on the Dragon Mount social somewhere. There's an image when you first walk into Robert Jordan's house of Tarvalon hanging on the wall, and it looks a lot like the way Tarvalon looks in the show.
That's so cool.
And I really feel like someone from the show saw that, and they were like, "This is how we're gonna do it." Yay! Yeah, I'm gonna turn it up a little for us. I just don't want it to feed back into the microphone. So if you guys hear it getting picked up in the mic, turn the volume up for us a little bit so that we can hear the thing too. I love Rosamund Pike. Like I love her. I've loved her forever. She was in, what movie I fell in love with her in? Doom. With The Rock and Clive Owen. such a shitty movie. Like it was a great movie. It was a great bad movie. I enjoy watching it because it was a great bad movie. Oh God, this is seeing the Trollocs just walking around set must be crazy.
They did so much with practical.
I know.
Still so terrifying.
I love it.
Just being there.
I love the use of practical effects. This was a normal world. The another little tidbit. I got to interview Sharon Gillam and Davina Lamont together. I asked them, how do they differentiate the Trolloc costumes?
Oh.
Like, do they have names for them? Like, when they go to the stuntmen, and like, all right, you're in Trolloc costume 1, Trolloc costume. Did they give them names? And she said, oh yeah, we absolutely did. And they were all like Victorian effeminate names that she gave the list when she said she's like Esmeralda and Beatrice and things like that. The interview is up on Dragonaut somewhere, and we'll share it again out, and I'll get the exact words that he called them, but it was really funny. Unraveling the Wheel of Time. Cute.
Nice.
Very cute. Part 1. September 10th, 2019. Oh, the first table read.
I remember the new stuff.
Getting the pictures. I remember them sharing pictures of these scripts like this.
Yeah.
Oh, they auctioned one of those scripts off at Jordan Con.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I forgot who won it. Oh, really? That's interesting. He said there was people working on this so much longer than he's been working on it. That's interesting.
Oh, how cool.
So I know Sarah's in that room, and I know Sarah was definitely one of those people.
Yeah. We're at 17.
Oof. So then, and for those who don't know, that's Sarah Nakamura. She was the fan consultant on the show. Absolutely, Rosamund Pike. Oh, Rosamund Pike approached him. That's cool. She is Moiraine in my head now. Yeah.
she
Really?
is for the show.
Okay.
Every time when I like theater, my head can't have characters. I almost see
There's a few that I do. Plan is separate for me. Hopefully in the show, but Maureen Wayne is merged.
I'm one of those weird people that doesn't get pictures in their head. Like I don't see pictures. So like when I read the books, they were all kind of like ephemeral to me. So seeing them on the screen kind of it gives them more light in my head. But like she embodies Maureen completely in my head now. Like she's perfect. Like yes, obviously the character is referenced to being shorter, but that's not that. Yeah, but it's also like not huge to her character development. I mean, like it's not something that's going to affect her character. Mariko, I got to interview her too that day. The same day I interviewed, yeah, and a group of people who I lovingly called the Andres. Maybe you'll see them in this. That's the lead set designer and lead special effects coordinator. Ooh, there's Barney. Look at him. Look how young he looks. Look at the baby. Little baby. Oh my God, especially in green.
It really has kind of been a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 2019, so fucking 6 years ago. Jeez. Theirs was created so young. So they did know it was time with them, but they didn't know who they were auditioning for. Is his hair naturally red? I think so too.
Well, maybe not quite.
not as
Yeah.
on the right.
Yeah, I mean, if he read the books, I feel like he should know who he was auditioning for. And we know he read the books afterwards. I wasn't sure if he read them before. Speaking of hair, gorgeous, and I love that they keep her natural hair in the show too.
Yeah.
And they have wigs and extensions and stuff that accentuate her natural hair. I love Perrin. Perrin is my favorite of the boys. You guys have a favorite of the boys? Really? I do my favorite. You're a Matt fan too? Okay. Perrin, for me, there is no slog. I love Perrin and Fail. I love their storyline.
Sorry that you're in a leadership role, but you are. Deal with it, dude.
Yeah, I mean that's
come on.
They're all that's like all of their shit. They don't want to be leaders.
Yeah,
he was the most. He was definitely the most.
But he's the one that like really like kind of avoids his responsibility the most.
He almost
Because
blows it.
even Matt, apparently almost blows it. Even Matt whines about it the whole time. He still does all the things.
Yeah.
That's why I like Matt. He's like, I hate this. I hate this so much. I'm
do
going,
this
man.
again.
He whines while he's doing it.
Yeah.
Where Perrin whines, then he's convinced to do it, and then he does it.
I'm not a lord. I'm gonna have to tell everyone how to do this.
And then he does it really, really well.
And Danny Henry's gorgeous too, as I remember. I mean, his face looks chiseled from stone, like especially the way they do his makeup and stuff to really like bring out his jawline and everything. Like he looks the part of Lan. Like obviously Lan is supposed to be like, or in the book he's described as being like humongous, but I really feel like that was a harken back to Robert Jordan's like Conan days, where he made like the physicality of Lan almost like Conan, but like
I always found Lan hard to connect. Looks like I kind of get a full person out of him.
Well-rounded, healthy masculinity. Like,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
It's like I
emotionally
understand.
like open and available, but still like badass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's Larry Mandragon and Rick Selvig, the guys from Red Eagle. Speaking of non-toxic masculinity, one of my favorite things in season 1 was when they're in Green Springs, is the place where Dana is, and Dana makes the comment to Rand like, "Oh, you're with Matt?" And, like they're together, and Rand's reaction was, "Ew, no, I could do better than that." Like, you know, like it wasn't. I feel like if this was made in the 2000s,
there was no like
sense.
Yeah. If it was the early 2000s, like, no, I don't want to win.
He's offended because
Yeah, I could do better than that. Yeah, I could do better than that. The sex positivity in the show is great. It's a breath of fresh. There's another thing that I think is, I don't want to say better than the books, but better than it was displayed in the books.
But in the books, like
yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, I think he was like at the time.
Yeah,
His
and what was
background.
expected of fantasy too.
But I think he tried to put some
A little bit.
Oh yeah,
things in
for
there.
sure.
And it's like at that time it was good effort.
For sure.
And I think they were able to do like expand upon that idea.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he pushed the envelope for the time, and now they're pushing the envelope for our time.
Yeah. That's something that I keep saying, is that Rafe has the unique perspective and I'm full of anxiety too. The unique perspective, but also the opportunity to be able to pull from the entire series. When Robert Jordan wrote the first book and the second book and the third book, he didn't have the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh to pull information from. He had to make it up, obviously. But Rafe and the writers have the entire series, and Maria and Harriet and Brandon and Sarah and all of their knowledge of reading the books to pull from. So I love that. The Two Rivers set is gorgeous. Oh yeah, the bedtime setup is so cool. It really, like, especially this part of the Two Rivers is exactly how I pictured it. Like, and then when you realize like all of like the main living areas are like so far away, like that's also how I pictured it. But like the main little kind of like green, the village green, where all the like the blacksmith is and the inn is, and some of the other little buildings are, like it's almost exactly how I pictured it. When they showed the last behind the scenes of the Trollocs, and we got to see like the anatomy of the Trollocs when they showed all the pieces and stuff.
I do like the show because in the books we don't actually see Trollocs attack. Yeah, and so watching it, like, and the show is so nice that now we actually get to see the thing that we missed.
A week of night shoots for that one scene. They actually had to tear the building down, which is crazy. I'd love to watch that whole process, like from beginning to end of them. So cool. I'd love to watch the whole process of them taking that building apart.
I wish they had like I wish that there was like a scat.
Yeah, eyeball just
like a shaggy
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just leaving it behind. Yeah, that's like a huge thing. They spent the first few months filming there, and then like when they leave it behind, they're leaving it in shambles. Not even like, you know what I mean? Like that's very poignant, especially for the characters. Like that's a great easy way to have them be in character because it really happened. God, I would love to be a fly on that wall. Probably in the Jordan's studio, the Jordan studio. Have that. And all of season one. So like if you go back and watch season one and like see all the different areas that they filmed in season one, that's all prop. All of it is prop. And the Czech Republic, like around prop. Absolutely gorgeous country. I had the opportunity to go there for MalkirCon. Shout out to MalkirCon, Malkir Talks, Rob from Malkir Talks. Go and check them out. If you have an opportunity to go to MalkirCon, go. Yes, yes, and it is in Prague again. So absolutely. I now a lot of people didn't like the Renegades. I like the way they look, and I'm hoping we expand on them in season 3. But I am upset that they're not. The I loved the doors of the Renegades.
And the fact that like you
Open it, yeah. Well, there is that one deleted scene that we saw in season 1 of Paddington using the trefoil leaf, so maybe they'll expand on that. Yeah, this is a lot more than I thought we were going to get with that behind the scenes stuff. One of the things that I hope we get to see at some point is Rafe mentioned that they filmed the Intar scene for book readers and at the end of book 2 when Intar. Ooh, oh yay, we have a bot. Yay. When Ingtar reveals himself to be a dark friend and then like asks for redemption, Rafe said they filmed it, but it had to get cut. And it was pre-final production, so like it wasn't finished, but cleaned up and stuff. But I'd love to see that in like an extras somewhere. Release a DVD box set. I'll buy it. Please, and give us extras. The Waygate again. Thanks.
yes, they look miserable. Actually,
Oh yeah.
I've only been on the main screen set for a couple of days. We're not actually so long.
And they're on set and it's raining and it was snowing in that one thing. They looked so cold, like their faces were all red, so they probably have to go and get makeup touched up over and over again. This is she was a director in season 2 and season 1. Oh,
Pick up shots.
Amazing.
Without having to drag her back
yeah. That is hilarious. One of the cool things that Hamed mentioned, Kathy got to interview Hamed, was that for the costume, that when he puts on the costume, when he finally puts the hands of Loyal on, is when he turns into Loyal, because it forces him to interact with the world differently, and like he has to, and that's when he really feels like Loyal. I loved this too. This whole scene of the braiding of the hair with the women's circle, I loved it. Yeah, especially because it gave some more depth to Nione's character with her braid tugging and stuff like that. It gave more meaning to the braid than we saw in the book.
it kind of gives like a cultural indication of like how this world is different than ours because they're not protected women who feel at all. It's not like women are the ones that are expected to like your rite of passage is this like dangerous activity that you have to do, and it makes sense. I guess if most people over women as well.
It also was a nice callback to some more of survive. Like I felt like that was a cool way to like pull that history into it, because it's like rather than having them completely forgotten, like maybe the people did, but they still have some of the.
Yeah, it's in their tradition.
That's like with the book where I get real frustrated because they're like, well, women, we do, we do. And I'm like, why? Like, they're like, at the highest seats of power.
Yeah. The fully matriarchal society in almost all countries and all cultures.
You have this weird patriarchal.
Yeah, that's just, you know.
It's just like, it's just white. I like this show.
I like that kind of mix a lot of history. We have so many civilizations that were written by women need to be now, where so much is gone.
If only we were more. If only we had one more woman in, one more specific woman in charge.
Now we're doing
It would be nice. There's specifically one more. I would
We're not gonna say who. We're not gonna say
who. Ooh. We haven't heard them speak about it at all. There is. Luckily, they filmed it that way. This is the first time we've seen them talk. This is the most we've seen them talk about this. Yeah. That was the thing that we talk about so much, is not just the fact that he's not there. They had to go back and re-edit and reshoot so much stuff, but they could only do so much because they couldn't reshoot anything that had Matt in it. No, nothing official. Well, you know, I don't want to speculate on him. I just hope he was okay and everything was okay. Yeah, pop up on IMDb. Yeah, same. Well, I mean, only recent. Yeah. Sabbatical or something, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah. Yeah. I'm just glad to see that he's alive and okay.
I was actually just worried.
I was a little bit too, because I really enjoyed him as Matt. I mean, don't get me wrong, Donald Flynn has been phenomenal, but I love Barney. She's reading. Sorry, I have to mute our speak bigger. I don't know. It's just cut off. Okay, it's just that's their screen. Okay. That was them closing the season one shooting of season one.
Yeah, now people have to clean all that stuff up.
I know,
Like
right?
they're done. It's like all the actors are done. You guys
Don't threaten me with a good time. I would volunteer. I would pay them to let me do that. Oh, the London premiere. This was great. Kathy and Jason got to go to that. That was cool. There was a lot of people there. Kurt was there. Nate Blues was there. Matt was wasn't he? I think he was there. Yeah, he was there. That's so cool. Reminds me of that scene from Back to the Future when when Jaws 2000 or whatever it was pops out of this. No, that's funny. That's cute. That's cute. And this, what I'm so happy about season 3 is this is the first season we're getting with no bullshit happening. Like, COVID, screwed them over in season 1, and then season 2. Not that I'm mad that it happened. The SAG-AFTRA strike is 100% needed, and I support unions, whatever they do. But they weren't able to do any marketing almost for the actors for season 2, so it was something that they had to deal with. And season 3 now is like the first time where they're getting a full marketing campaign and everything, and I'm very happy for them.
I remember one of my favorite memories of watching the footage from this was Zoe's dress cap. And she was like, "Yeah, that's pockets." And I was like,
That's wonderful.
You have to wear
That was one of my favorite scenes in season 1 too. When Matt gave Perrin the dagger, and he was like, "Here, basically your wife made this for me and told me to use it to defend people I love. So here," so basically telling Perrin, "I love you. Like you're my friend. Take this." And I love the like you said before, the non-toxic masculinity that's in the show is wonderful.
I also thought that was a nice little segue to grab a dagger.
Another dagger, yeah. Oh, don't have one. Need another dagger.
So funny. I just got rid of mine.
Oh, Seanchan. I know. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. I'm gonna play a quick clip before of specifically something from that Seanchan scene, just because I love playing it when we mention the Seanchan and Rafe. So, and this is, I feel like, a good time to play it. It's like 8 seconds long. It's not long. It's not 8 seconds. It might be 11 seconds long, but it's a great thing that Rafe does for the Seanchan, and it really does. He did a good job. You'll see.
The Seanchan are incredibly dangerous, and we needed people to be fucking terrified of the Seanchan.
I swear to obey, to await, and to serve.
All right, thank you. I just needed to play it. I think he did a good job to make us all terrified of the fucking Seanchan.
Yeah, I think he did too. I like, man, the costuming on them and everything was so scary.
Yeah. And specifically, killing,
I know.
terrifying.
Well, they released the footage, like the still shots first, and there was one of him laying on the ground. And I remember I was watching with Way of the Leaf.
I love Marsha.
They were like, "Oh, I don't know, guys.
I don't know.
It looks so good." And I
Doesn't
wrote
look so
in
good.
chat, "He's just resting his eyes." He got really tired. I was fine.
What's up, Nerdy Arab? So yeah, I could see how one would dislike that. But if you remember, so like I mentioned before, he got to pull from the entire series, and Robert Jordan gets rid of the leashes pretty quickly. One, because they're impractical. Like, could you imagine trying to walk through a battle with someone tethered to your arm?
Yeah, it's actually
yeah. So like getting rid of the physical leashes, attaching like right off the bat, I think is a good thing. But also the cowl, they're not cowls. They're actually called those. That is called a collar, and it's a Victorian dress type of collar. And having it like that is close, to it. Just a regular collar around the neck could be a necklace, could be part of a dress. Having that big thing, I feel like, is more imposing. Yeah, is a good word.
Practical stuff. This is like the one thought that I can never get out of my head. Is that these women, because they're wearing the dress all the way. I mean, it's well underneath that collar, right? But then you've got this metal collar on that you can't take it off to wash.
Yeah.
So what's it like underneath?
Gross.
Oh,
But some of these are wearing it their whole life. Is that like it?
They probably use the one power to clean them. I would think
Underneath?
Yeah, why not? Oh, I can't believe it.
You're right.
Making me love Leandrin.
Well, always just like they all look a little bit dirty.
They always did, yes.
I mean, I guess if you kind of think about it, they don't think of them like people.
No, they think of them as animals.
But
Yeah.
It's weird. They think of them as animals, but because they're so valuable, still.
I'm like prized.
Yeah.
At least
Like a show dog.
Yeah.
physical health management.
Yeah.
It's like a skin infection or something.
Exactly. No, yeah, 100%. Well, we know that it changes, so I wonder if they can like make it just into the collar form for reasons, because it does grow into that from the
I do
collar.
also think it gives better like how the heck do we get this thing up? It's not just like a
True.
bam.
Very true. Seeing them in their costumes just interacting normally is cute. The way that they did the beginning of season 1 with Lan and Moiraine was great too. Like seeing her carrying the water. Oh, well, there you go. And then we get that scene of her in the bathtub, which is like reminiscent of the scene from season 1 with her in the bed when she heats the water up and she kind of runs her fingers along the water the same way. Yeah. She has that little single tear. Oh God, yeah. This
The way they did it was so
was, yeah, I feel like they could. Yeah, that. If the dress comes up the back and they open it, it would come off the shoulders. And you could see it is loose, so they could wash underneath it. I mean, you're right; it's not practical. Like it wouldn't be easy to do, and it would never get perfectly. But like you said, they don't really care. Perfect time to as she drags her in. By the way, Nerdy Arab with a leash. The leash is used, but it's used for more as punishment. And the pacifiers are also in the book. They use them, but again, they use them only for punishment. They don't always have them. That's great. The director Rami Park that we saw there, I got to interview her too, but it was before she was. It was before season 2. Oh, hello. May get another special guest. Come here, Lisa. The thing that she's doing with her phone here, I really want to talk. If I ever get the chance to interview her, I want to ask her about that. Like she does that anytime she's restricted by the Adam. She always does something like she contorts her body like that, and I want to know like how they came up with that.
Well, she's a dancer, right? Isn't she?
I think so.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm wondering like was that like something she tossed in there, or like where the choreographers like here I want you to do this.
Yeah, the director.
Something that she came up with. They were like, "Ooh, do that. Do more of that." Come on, I'll touch you. I'll be right back. This is one of my 3 babies. This is Luther. Yay! He usually just likes to hang out like this, but I think he's a little nervous because there's new people.
Sorry, man.
He won't eat you, I promise. All right, so one criticism I will say too, like that is a strict criticism, is what the hell is up with the dagger, man? Like the dagger is a lightsaber. It can burn doors. Like there's so much going. Like okay, cool. Like if it's a terangrial and it has like weird powers, cool. Like, all right, whatever. But like it's weird. It's definitely weird.
Yeah. There's a little bit of loose rules about
Yeah, yeah. Leal got cut with it and was fine. But that was also in season 1.
Skin is
Super
like
thick.
wood,
That's
right?
true. Yeah,
So
definitely.
Dagger, I think, doesn't dagger kind of gains becomes more lethal. Even in the book, the dagger becomes more lethal last time.
Yeah, especially in Padden Fane's hands.
Right.
Yeah, so that's full confirmation that they combined her and Elias. So no her in for the people that were hoping for her. He's rubbing his cheek on a wire instead of being pet. I can't be good for you. I will pet you if you come close. I won't eat you. Here you go. I love God. I love it so much. The DIY Ashendari. You can't buy the new one. Avienda, for sure. Ayula was great as Avienda.
Oh yeah.
The casting has been spot on 100%. Like, I have zero notes. Not that you should take any of my notes on anything, but like, zero notes for the cast. Everyone is doing spot on.
He is so the actor is badass.
Mhm.
Somebody else had trouble like, creating. Like even with
This is where like my idea has changed a little bit more to this, just because I, for whatever reason, I was having trouble. Yeah.
Oh, she's great as Elaine too.
Well, Elaine actually is the character that she just completely almost exact.
Yeah. Oh, oh, that is great. I love him. Is that Mira Sayal? I couldn't see. There, you mentioned before how I think it might have been before we were streaming when you it was like, am I watching a horror thing like with the amount of with not just the gore but like the filming of season 2 and 3 like and yeah, real time is a scary place
I didn't realize how scary
when you think about it.
just as bad or worse things happen. And then it makes me really excited to see if they bring those things.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's thinking specific things.
Oh yeah.
Are we doing that? Are we going to go that hard?
I hope so. I like the Seanchan armor. It's different than I imagined, but like, you know, they never really describe the Seanchan armor. They just describe it as insectoid and looking like a carapace or whatever. They never really describe it.
This is actually better. Like in my head, it always looks a little stupid. So this is actually a better way.
The Death Watch guard though looks pretty cool. Like the foot soldier Seanchan, yeah, the helmets are a little weird looking. But the Death Watch guard, the ones that were like, yeah, it's. I love his attitude. I love Rafe so much. The goth share outfit. That's what I call that.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that one, but
We'll write Epic Vista, and then they'll find one because it's. They did find one. Natasha O'Keefe was great in Peaky Blinders. She's great in everything. But when they announced her for the show, I was like, oh my god, perfect.
remember when people were like weed out this coming people remember people were like, she's just not hot enough.
She's not hot enough.
And I'm
Okay.
like looking at her and I'm like, what's
Okay.
your definition of hot?
Like listen.
What world do you live in?
It's easy when you write a book to be like, this is the most beautiful woman in the world. First of all, beauty is like an opinion
Yeah,
based.
that's nobody's objectively the hottest person in the world. And she's like,
She's
nobody-
close.
Nobody's kicking her out of bed. Nobody. Yeah. Like, yeah. Thank you.
She's definitely like if you saw her in a room, like her presence in the room takes over the room, and she embodies that very well. My favorite word to use for that, gravitas. She has like if she walks in the room, it's just like everything shuts down for a second. I love this too. So like however you feel about the Waygates, the way they look. This Waygate randomly just being in like the surf of the ocean is cool. It's cool. I like that. It really lends to the idea
And I
of
saw one of the here, right? So that the whole thing was done around the idea that this is flooded 1 week or 1 month out of the summer or
Yeah.
something.
there you go. So they had to sit and wait for the tide. I know that. I used to work on the ocean, so waiting for the tide is something. Luther's back. That's cool. That was something cool. No film or TV show has ever shot on this location before in Morocco. And why not? Let's try. Her tossing them out of the way gate was really cool too. That was cool. There you go.
There it is.
There you go. So the moon tide. So they need a moon tide. So it's probably a full or a new moon at this point. And they need the moon tide to be able to do it because that's when the tide comes up just a little bit more than normal. So they probably can only shoot at like they probably only have like 2 hours a day for like a week that they can shoot. Like not even like a couple of days. Yeah.
Daylight.
Yep. Because like the tide, the way it works and the way it shifts, like sometimes the moon tide will be in the evening, sometimes it'll be in the morning, sometimes it'll be in the afternoon. So like
it's just like it has to be as close to the earth as possible.
Yeah.
During,
Also
during high tide, like,
yeah,
or whatever, you know what I mean.
oh shit, he caught it. He caught a fly when they were doing the interview. He went like that, and then he held his hand up, and the fly was dead on his hand. He like caught it.
I feel like this could.
Oh, I guess those are like little huts for them to hang out in. That's a lot of sun. I mean, you can't let your actors get sunburned. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. Also true, yeah. Oh man. Oh, that was the Heroes of the Horn scene. When we got to hang out with Guy again. Oh, shameless plug. So these rewatches that we do on Mondays, this round we were watching season 2 of Wheel of Time. Guy Roberts actually came and hung out with us while we watched episode 3, the episode in which he dies in. So you should go and check that out because it was a ton of fun. And that's the actor who plays Uno, for those who don't know. Arthur Hawthorne. And there's our rooftop scene with the rain. Was that actually Madeline too? Blown up? Yeah. I wonder how much the insurance cost that day.
I always wonder like what level of stunt. They're like, not get the double.
Yeah, get the double. Like obviously they leave that up to the actor to a point, but like I want to know at what point does the insurance company step in and be like, no.
Yeah, I mean, there's also the element of Madeline's not like a superstar.
Yeah.
So
Might be a little lower. Yeah. Rosamund though, they're not messing around with Rosamund. Like that definitely wasn't her getting flung off the way gate.
I always think about that scene from on the horse with Karen, and they had to use a body double like a dummy, and the head kept flopping around, and so he had to hold her head against his chest. And it's just because the head was flopping around, but it turned into like a really endearing scene.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cute.
It must be funny in like all of this.
Look at him.
Bleeding.
Yeah. That's Matt and his. Oh, Fairs! I really hope he comes back. I love him so much. That's the actor who plays Ishamael, for those who don't know. And Guy also mentioned in that episode that he was on with us. Fairs is a huge D&D player, and he he DMs like a massive game that he's been playing for years apparently with a group of friends. And I want to play D&D with Paris so bad now. Oh, when they did their like rebonding scene, that was gorgeous. Oh yeah. Graphic novel is so gorgeous. I love the art in them.
Yeah, it came out.
Their Great Hunt is I think released now. Yeah, through Macmillan, which is Tor's parent company.
Good luck finding it locally.
Yeah, good luck.
Everyone's like, what?
And look at land 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like,
Just like, don't worry,
yeah,
I got it.
I got all these guys.
I have a question. Maybe it's not a bit. How is he able to power as the weapon?
She's being threatened.
And
No.
I don't think she doesn't. She. That doesn't mean she. And that's why I don't know. Is it because they're attacking someone else
Rand.
and she doesn't actually attack them? She attacks
The
the
ships.
that they're.
That's true.
But
She
I-
sets fire.
I feel
It's
like
how
that's
she
like-
marries it. So knowing what we know by the end of the series is how Aes Sedai views it in their own mind. It is iffy. You're right. No, you're right. It is definitely iffy.
Make the argument that like, look, if they could swim, they'd be fine.
Yeah, and the Seanchan are attacking her right now. Like,
Yeah, but not the ones. That
not
she's
those ones.
attacking.
But we don't,
Or it could be that she knows that they're sisters in this city.
Yeah.
They're attacking the city.
Yeah.
And they're attacking sisters.
mining, agreeing those are initiatives to the tower.
Well, the oath doesn't specify anything. It specifies sisters.
Yeah,
It
that's
doesn't say the other
Yeah.
initiatives.
No.
I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, I never thought about it that way. Like, it doesn't specifically say, it says specifically
another
other
Aes Sedai.
sisters, another Aes Sedai, like, not an accepted wife.
Yep.
Why are we restricting to
Yeah,
the tower?
to only the tower. Well, they came up with the
They
trios,
want you to go into battle.
Yeah. but they came up with the trios when Otter Falkland attacked Arvalon. So I'm sure it wasn't just like in a bubble that they came up with them. I'm
Right,
sure
yeah.
they had some input from.
It was I can combine it as anti, then just commission the White Tower as an army, right? Like they become like weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, and all you have to do is attack somebody and attack and I said I can fight.
Yeah. As long as they fight that.
Yeah.
I get what it is.
It's a wrap. Now we're gonna get our episode. That's fun. That's cool. How similar it is to what he set out to make. Yeah, me too, Aaron. I love the amount of practical effects on the show.
I think it's interesting that the tower that they use at the end of the drill around it, it's actually built. It looks like that with a giant brass dragon wrapped around it.
Is there?
Yeah, like that's actually like that building exists somewhere, and I saw it after I had seen the show. We literally just recreated something that already exists.
That's cool. Wow, I'm not getting. I love some of my favorite scenes in the books were any flashback scenes to the Age of Legends and conversations between Forsaken specifically, because the little tidbits that they would drop in conversation about the Age of Legends.
One of the things I'm really excited for in the show is the museum.
Oh, the museum in Tanchico.
Yes, the museum, all of those amazing things from.
Yeah, the whale and like a dinosaur bone and
Yeah.
the Mercedes symbol.
Wasn't there like a giraffe?
A giraffe too. Yeah.
giraffe
Yep.
skeleton. Like, yes, the Mercedes symbol always gets
hmm
me.
The only and by the way, I'll say this now. I feel like the only way we're getting a Mercedes symbol in the show is if Mercedes gives them money. Whatever car company gives them money is the symbol that it's going to be. whatever check a car company writes to Amazon,
or one that's no longer in business.
There you go.
That's what they're gonna have to do.
I will stay as long as you want me to, Rosamund. I will go wherever you want me to go. I'll go. Please do not photograph or record. I will not. I promise I will not record. I'm not recording. You hear that, everybody? No recording. See, we don't want to pirate things because we want season 4 and 5 and 6.
Plus, it's like a week.
Yeah, really. It's only you can wait.
Remember when we
I know. You know what though? I do. I like the episodic releases of the thing because it gets one. It's a little what's the word I'm looking for? Fucking selfish, because then we have time to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, like what I mean? Like if they dropped all 8 episodes at once, we would be able to talk about it for a week or two before it wasn't relevant anymore. Now we have like a month and a half of content to talk about. But also, like, it just gives us time to stew. Like, as Wheel of Time fans, like, theorizing was half the fun of the books. And we, if they dropped it all at once, we wouldn't have that time. I love that scene, by the way. I love that they did that with Turok and the guards.
I like barked out laughing.
Me too.
When I first saw it. It was just so shocking. But as he was walking up, I was literally thinking to myself, well, how the heck are they going to do this?
Yeah.
Homeboy doesn't. Oh, dang!
And he's like, nah.
Yeah, I don't need a gun. Yeah. It was if you've seen Indiana Jones, it's Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, like, perfectly. I would totally watch a spin-off series of the Brown Ajah Detective Agency in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Oh, there you go. There's how tall the Hall of the Tower is. Great shot.
I think it should be called the 13th.
So what do you think? Are you think Fairs is coming back? He was in the season 3 premiere poster. I will say that.
Yeah, I think so. Because I mean,
Yeah.
What if they almost kind of did it like here's
yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, I think like in the books, it makes sense. You can like the body switching stuff or whatever. But then in a show, it would be harder.
Yeah, you don't want to have to get a different actor every.
To like act like
Yeah.
And it would be confusing for the audience. Oh, are we here yet?
Yeah. This is the episode. Yeah, and we did watch the sneak peek already, so this is and like, spoiler alert, yes, the first 11 minutes of the episode is the sneak peek, but there is kind of a little bit of differences than the sneak peek, and again, the cold open is 17 minutes long, where the sneak peek is only 11 minutes long. Again, there you go. You can see the dress in the background. She's like, it looked like Lean was going over there to help her put it on. I had to just go back and rewatch this a million times because just looking at the background characters, the first time through, obviously we're watching this, but I keep wanting to go back and look at the background characters over and over again. Just all the little stuff hidden there.
Everyone just looks so
I know.
Even their jewelry.
Yeah. Noticeable lack of full ear armor that in this and these couple scenes, but they make up for it pretty quick.
I like how I love the feathers on that dress.
Yeah. That one red that was right there, right? It was a red, I think. Maybe a green.
I think it's interesting that Naomi's brown dress almost looks like a shade of red.
Ooh.
Like it's a reddish.
Ooh. Priyanka is perfect as Alana. You can't have a better Alana, I feel like. Yeah. I love that little addition there. I said it before, I'll say it again. Of them touching hands. And biggest mistake she ever made, Swan. And my only gripe so far about it, like character like lore wise, is like I feel like this is such a misstep within like Das Daemar, like the Game of Houses, to cut the Reds out of this meeting.
Well, especially because now the Reds aren't even going, like there's no Red Ajah sister who's like other than Leander and other than a Black Ajah sister who is even witness to this event. So nobody outside really knows how this all unfolds.
Yeah.
And that's just, I mean, I think that's
it kind of.
It's going to come back to bite her in the ass.
I feel like they almost had to create a reason to oppose her. Or to make a case against her, and this is just another.
That's going to be another piece of evidence to use against her.
Well, and this accusation.
It's still true.
It's partially true.
Yeah,
but she was not going to let them leave.
No,
she was going to bring him into the tower.
Yeah, she tried to stop him.
Right, but
a little bit different than that.
Yeah,
I think they had to give her more of a reason for the tower to be mad.
I love the addition of the tattoos on her.
Mm-hmm.
They're very Polynesian, which is, you know, a big culture built around the water. So perfect for a Tyrion.
You notice Leanne's tattoos in the scene as well. I heard you're talking about.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Like I didn't notice Leanne's season.
In season 1, yeah. She's done up pretty.
She usually has sleeves on.
Yeah.
But like, you know,
and like high collars too.
I like her clothes. They're fun.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna make changes for her later more visible.
Yeah. The keeper staff is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't really have an image of the keeper staff in my mind, but like I like that. It's cool.
And I love the sound it makes.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, what do you know? I still get chills hearing Wheel of Time names come out of my TV speakers.
I know. Like when they said the last name, I was like, oh.
Ah. That one yellow was like, ha ha ha, it's a Black Ajah, ha ha. What are you doing?
Like, this is preposterous.
So silly.
Her face. Her face.
Yeah, she's like, ugh. She gulped.
Well, because Nynaeve's not supposed to be back.
I feel like this scene is confirmation of something that I was saying about Nynaeve specifically, is that her block is going to play a huge role in this season.
I'm glad that it is. I'm glad that we get to, because it's such a huge thing in the books. And
it's almost like the block got stronger in the last season because of what she went through.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was almost able to channel a little bit too easy early on, and then the block got worse because of the things that happened in season 2. You know, she's going to feel responsible for that Dom's death that she had collared, not healing Elaine, not healing Rand.
Well, she feels responsible for
It's all right. It's just so gorgeous. I understand it. No, that's
I
fine.
think the white outfits are actually my favorite.
They are really cool.
So drama.
Yeah.
the best dressed
That's true. That one is cool. It looks like shoulder armor, like from a video game, because it's so big. That's gonna leave a mark.
The tower is splitting in two.
It's for me because it needs two things. very noticeably did not directly throw those at Egwene. I mean, at
Who
Nynaeve.
threw them?
2 black sisters.
Yeah,
Okay.
it looked like
Both of
maybe
them.
Joya and the blue.
Yeah.
They want her.
Exactly.
Maybe, yeah, maybe they're
I think
still
they still do.
thinking they can get her. Yeah, they seem to be following Leandrin's commands. Like they do everything Leandrin says in this movie, including linking with her instantaneously. There's no question.
It's almost like he might be
The Black Ajah here, yeah. And the other two, and then I don't know. Rock.
Ouch.
Very concerned Priyanka. And then we get our battlefield healing. I love seeing it. It's so cool. All the weaves going on at once.
See the brown of her dress?
Oh yeah.
It's kind of
It's reddish. Yeah, for sure.
There's some green in it too. Wait, who
Well,
are we talking about?
There's green in.
Naomi.
I was talking about hers.
Naomi, yeah.
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 And it's
I
almost
heard
like I feel like they added some green to Baron's to make it more noticeable.
Yeah.
Like a bigger difference.
Like gave her more of like an earthy tone palette.
Yeah.
No, we're not here for that. Ooh. She's good too. That red is very good too. Like how quickly she brought that shield up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like reds are pretty gotta
Be battle
pretty
ready,
good,
yeah. Especially defending against other channelers.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is probably easy for red. At least you can see the weaves coming.
Exactly.
In this time.
Yeah, it's like training with a weighted bat usually for them. I have no idea what that dice one does. None.
The dice one's in the book.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah, the dice one is one like it distorts chance somehow.
That's what I was thinking. Like that's like that would make sense, but
You don't see them use it. You just see the description.
they just describe it. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
We don't know if they took it. Yeah, they got the bracelet. They got that one statue. It looks like a woman with her arms down behind her back. I wonder if that's a sangreal or a terangreal.
No, there is one that they talk about. It looks like.
Yeah.
In the books, they don't get into the root with the actual book.
Yeah.
No.
I hope.
I mean, I want to see another badass fight with sangreal on both sides. So much destruction in the White Tower. It's reminiscent of a later scene of some more destruction in the White Tower.
Can you imagine, like
So the severed hand in the front of the screen there for a second, just chilling. Holding that blood. Oh, that if you noticed, the keeper staff had blood caked all over the end of it still.
Well, probably some brains.
Yeah, maybe a skull piece or two.
And look at the actual Amerlin seat. Like the
Destroy, yeah, the top cut off.
Cut off.
I feel so bad. I guess we're not getting our Golden Girls of the Tarvalon spinoff. Who are you? I feel so bad for her. You know, they've been, obviously they're sisters, and I feel bad, but like also they've been together.
Yeah.
Rafe said, "Someone please smash that woman's head. Please give Fleeing smashing that woman's head in for me at work for Monday morning. I will 100% do that for Rafe. I got you, Rafe." And then we have the showdown at the Tarvalon Corral here. 100%. Look, it makes me think of a Western here.
It is. It's
Mm-hmm. It's so badass. And we had, what we haven't seen yet, and I can't wait to see it in the Two Rivers fights. A green Aes Sedai ready for battle.
Yeah.
What? That's gonna leave a mark. If you notice too, the warders aimed for the Aes Sedai's hearts. Obviously, they missed Leandrin's there a little bit, but the other two they aimed directly for their hearts.
Well, yeah, because
It'll kill them instantly.
this isn't gonna happen.
Yeah, but also like they don't have to worry about getting channeled at. There we are. Wondering who that person was that walked by the screen. That's probably gonna leave a mark for the two of them. Joya and Chesney. I love the.
It's gonna be real tired.
And there's a so. Oh no, it didn't. Oof. That looked like I might have heard. And they're going through the south. What did they say? The south gate or the north gate?
Now you're going through the south gate, right?
Oh no. Rafe is in the fan event chat, giving tidbits and commenting while we watch. Oh, where is the chat? I don't see the chat.
I don't either.
Oh,
Oh,
now I
look
see the
at that.
chat. There we go. So sorry, Alana.
I liked that how they can't hold her.
She's too strong, yeah. And then the yellow just said, "I don't care what Meandrin wants. I'm thinking that." So like again, Leandrin seems to be leading this.
Yeah. Also, they're very organized. They're really good at battle together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she just tears herself out of it pretty easily too, honestly. Which makes sense because like she's so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Sad to lose Emmanuel Amani from the show, but Anthony. Oh, that's the guy that was Ivan. Yeah, when I saw the third actor come in to play Ivan, I was like, oh, he's probably gonna die. Let's see.
Boy, that's a lot of dead bodies.
Yeah, so many dead warders. There's gonna be a lot of upset. I said, yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
I think it's poignant to point out here that Lan ran to check on Nynaeve instead of going with Moiraine, knowing that there's Black Ajah sisters, out there.
Yeah, but he knows that she's okay.
Yeah, I mean, he like as of right now he does, but he didn't go with her to
Right.
make sure she was okay. Do we have a time on this? I can promise you the cold open is around 17 minutes and 30 seconds long, which is crazy. I love all of their outfits here.
Oh gosh, why is she dresses so good.
Yeah, she has good taste. By extension, I'm pretty sure that means Sharon Gillen has good taste. I wonder how much input they have on their outfits. That's a good question for her. Do they have any input on their outfits? Like, does she come in with 5 or 6 choices for them or something?
Right.
I'm so glad Perrin has yellow eyes permanently now.
Yeah.
The way they did it in season 1 and 2, where it was like his eyes weren't always yellow and like they turned yellow sometimes. I was afraid it was going to be like he wolfed out, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he werewolfed into his wolf brother form and got yellow eyes and abilities, and then it went away. I'm glad that was not the case. Though it does mean Marcus has to wear contacts all the time, but
And those kind of contacts hurt, or
Probably.
they get weird because that color that's in them makes them heavier.
yeah. He probably, takes them out in between every scene. I would imagine.
My contacts are like that, and they're for astigmatism.
So then that would make it thicker again.
Yeah.
Even thicker, yeah. Matt finally in some nice clothes.
Yeah.
Not his bathrobe. Pretty nice clothes too. Like they look pretty good. Like I feel like that's what Matt would pick.
Yeah. Maybe just a little lace.
Oh yeah, no lace. There's no lace. That's true.
Oh, but come on.
He's covered from head to toe in silk.
Why
Though.
is he's not doing lace yet? Come on.
Fucking loyal. Why doesn't anyone want a hearty breakfast? I love when the three of them are in scenes together. Their camaraderie and their friendship is just, it's so good to see. Yeah. And when specifically in season 2, when Donald sees Rand for the first time and they run up to each other and hug, I was like,
Yeah.
He's Matt.
Yeah.
Like their faces, the smile on his face. Like I was like, oh my God. Not that I want to rate their acting abilities, but like I feel like Donald Flynn, like especially what we've seen of him, like he's got some chops, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all great, they're all fantastic. The acting has been on point, but like Donald Flynn, because he has such different scenes, like where he's being funny and serious, and also like
quite a bit of range.
Yeah. He puts it on display very, very well.
I had not seen too much from Madeline before this, and it seemed like what I had seen her in were like smaller roles that she, didn't have too much to them. So I was almost like I was really looking forward to see how she did with last season with like that storyline. And boy, I thought
she nailed
Maiden
it.
Hand talk developed by our amazing dialect coach Naomi Todd, working with team of sign language specialists.
So
That's cool. I love that. So Rafe dropped that little tidbit in their fan event chat. That's awesome. Sometimes you should ask Maha and Raga about Ayula to teach you to say some sassy drag race phrases in Maiden Hand talk. That's wonderful. Oh, what's up, A. Murphy?
They can say yes, queen.
Yes, queen. That's fantastic. I want to know how to say yes, queen in Maiden Hand talk so bad.
It needs to be a bonus feature.
Yes. I will be 100. If I ever get the chance to interview them, I will 100% be asking that.
Matt is famously cautious.
Famously cautious, Matt, in the book. Literally shouting Matt Coffin, hornblower, hero of the ages.
Just be like, oh, there's a crazy person.
Yeah. The layman will, but like the people that are looking for him, he's letting them know.
Well, there is that.
Little shout out to the fight in the sky from the books. Yep.
That was the painting. It's how everybody found out.
Yep.
Ryan.
Yep. And that one, obviously, Rand isn't posing for. So, like, that's just happening out there. And it looks perfectly like him and very much like Ishamael.
Chat's so mad at Matt.
So mad. Fucking mad. This scene right here, this conversation is the most Matt conversation. Enchion? Here we are. I really hope so. And the face that he makes is just perfect.
I like that absolutely nobody followed Moiraine's instructions.
No, yeah. Well, she said, "I know you're not going to listen to me." Like she was like, "I want you to stay in the inn, but I know you're going to do whatever you want anyway."
And he told the girl careful to cover your hair, and they're like, nah.
Yeah, they put the hoods up like to here,
Yeah.
and even like Raga, her hair's hanging down from the bottom of her cotton sword too. Like she didn't even try.
I mean, they couldn't cover their hair. They would need to wear like full on like cloaks over everything.
Yeah, to cover their hair, especially Ayula. As if summoned. I love that they have her in silver too. Like everyone is like wants her in her white dress, and I'm like, that's going to be reserved for special occasions.
Well, white gets dirty.
Also true.
I wonder when we'll see like book accurate Lanfear presentation. Like,
Probably when she puts herself out on a battlefield or something. When she announces to the world, I'm Lanfear and I'm here. For those watching at home, this building, we're going to get a shot of this building in a second. That's a little bit better. But it's 100% reminiscent to the Flatiron building, which is the building that the Tor offices were in since Tor was founded up until like last year or the year before. Yeah, the last 2 floors of the Flatiron building in Manhattan were the original Tor offices. And Tom Doherty's office was actually the peak of the top floor of the building. I can actually do like a really ghetto way to show you guys the Flatiron building because I can't pull it up on my screen right now. But I'll show my guests here first, and I'll show you guys, especially the top part of the building.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like
I see
is
that.
100% that building. Like,
so cool.
yeah. And I'll do, like I said, a really ghetto way to show you guys at home. But that's the Flatiron building in Manhattan, and you can Google it for yourself too. But it's when you see that building, and that's not the first time we've seen that building. That building has been used in season 2 as well for Tar-Valon. It's very reminiscent of the Flatiron building. Yeah, snakes and foxes. So we've seen now Twisted Redstone Doorway and the Snakes and Foxes board game. I feel like Rafe is trying to tell us,
Yeah.
don't worry.
This is a merchandising chance here.
Yeah, for real.
Give us a game.
Yeah, give us some merch, please. There you go. There's the shot of the Flatiron of the front of that building. It really looks like the Flatiron building. Don't worry, guys. You're going to get the fins. I feel like that's what Rafe is trying to tell us with those scenes. Yep. And the tower in the middle of the board. I mean, the board was absolutely accurate. Ishi was a gentle soul.
Ishi. I love it.
I love that she said Ishi. Freaking fantastic. Natasha is so good. Lan does not like this at all.
No, who would though? Really?
I love the earpiece that she has on here.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, back to our awesome ear accoutrement that the Wheel of Time seems to love. I don't know who on set is responsible for the jewelry. I don't know if it's Davina or Sharon, but I want to see their armory of ear jewelry that they have, because we've seen so many examples of like these really cool
pieces.
Yeah. To be honest, the only thing it's the only thing I like about you. So do you think Ferris is really dead? Like, I feel
I don't.
yeah, I don't think so either.
I feel like
Fair's fair. Ishamael. Ishi is really the.
Yeah. I mean, he was able to just like quick teleport out of the way of the faux Shandara, but was just like let himself be walked through. Like that's.
Yeah, I don't think he said and
like it was an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a good way to like get out of their way for a while. Like clearly we need to regroup.
Yeah.
I think they killed me.
Let the Forsaken think I'm gone too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, another comment about Elaine
Getting attacked by.
Oh, sorry.
There have been a couple. Yeah, Evelyn references.
I don't know if you guys can hear my cat throwing up, but my cat is throwing up.
It's part of having a cat, isn't it?
It's part of having 3 cats. Oh no. That's Luna for anyone that's hung out with us on our stream. Luna's usually on my desk on the cat cam.
It's that time of year too, because all the animals are shedding. So.
He's always got hairballs.
I thought it was funny how Egwene calls it your tower. I'm not coming back to
your tower. Yeah. She like is removing herself from it almost.
She doesn't like. She wanted to be part of it. Now she's like,
especially in season 2, she threw like when they had that little meeting with Suan in the in her private study, she was very much the dutiful like novice. She was very attentive and being very proper with her.
Yeah, she tried even that scene with Alana. She went to get more help. She went to get tutoring after class, and now she just.
And she took her braid out almost as soon as they got to the tower.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm no longer a wisdom in training. I'm a accepted or a novice of the White Tower.
She's like, what?
Alviarin.
I'm so glad.
Yes, the way will come but once. Rafe. Hello, Alviarin. Fucking.
Hello.
Such a.
Aes Sedai has entered. Trolling us.
He's such a troll. He loves doing this shit too, and I love him for it. I like seeing Nynaeve and Lan's relationship develop more too than it was kind of in the books. Yeah. Like I was always very confused, like at their relationship, because it didn't really seem like they had any kind of connection or interaction at all, and it was just all of a sudden they love each other.
Yeah.
It was almost like he like respected her like woodscraft,
and now how romantic.
Yeah.
Though in this one, like one of their first interactions that was like really just between the two of them was when she snuck up on him with a dagger.
Yeah. And then he was like, "Oh, you really tried it. You meant it."
Yeah, and you were good at it too. Speaking of Luna, I'll be right back.
probably feels better now.
You want to hang out with us? What do you think? This is my old man. He's 19 years old.
Oh my goodness.
I know. The sexual tension here is palpable, and we already had 90. No, is it Egwene when she was like she mentioned the Aiel culture, and she was like, "You know about Aiel culture."
Yeah.
She made that face.
And then the boys also said how
Oh yeah, what did
Avienda only
That-
has
eyes for Elaine and you?
Elaine and
It's apparent. I like that. Like they've kind of, like obviously, I would rather have Gaul and Perrin's relationship, though. I feel like splitting the Gaul relationship that Perrin had with the relationship that Perrin had with Gaul, splitting that relationship between Bane and Chiad and Avienda is going to make for some really fun scenes together.
It really is. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, it's going to be more like a brother and sister kind of relationship, which I feel like could be really fun with the four of them. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah.
The people of the dragon. I mean, us book readers know who the people of the dragon are, and honestly, again, I feel like it makes more sense to do the Stone of Tear after the Aiel waves. I've been saying for like 2 years now, I think that they're going to do the Stone of Tear instead of Kyrian coming out of the waste, and I still fully attest to that fact. They're just going to take all the events that happen outside of Kyrian and put them at Tear.
Makes sense.
It does.
This is the first like really direct conversation that we've seen. Oh, what's up, Thatcher? I know, it's so good. This is the first interaction we've seen like directly with Rand and Elaine, right? Like just the two of them alone talking, not in like, the middle of a fight.
Right. She's got big eyes.
Yeah, yes, Thatcher. This Avienda and Elaine relationship is fucking amazing. I can't wait for Elaine to teach Avienda baths like she does in the book. Oh, here we go. I said it earlier, and I'm going to say it again. I really hope they bring Egwene's dress that she's wearing here back because it is freaking phenomenal.
No, the water's so colored.
Oh yeah, a little blood in the water.
Little blood there, yeah.
It makes sense if there was a battle upstream.
Yeah. Bella spotted. Is that Bella that Egwene is riding? She's not brown. Isn't Bella like a brown?
Bella's just a brown, just a
Yeah.
shaggy brown mare. That
Yeah.
looks like Bella.
It could be Bella, yeah.
That looks like the horse that she rode at the first season.
And she's the Amyrlin seat in this vision that she's having. Yosha in this scene too, he's amazing. Like his portrayal of insanity here is definitely believable.
I like that we don't see anything else that happens. But she comes out covered in as much blood
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
as
It
Nine
is
did.
interesting.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we only got to see one go around, but yeah.
Rand's just sitting there staring at us longingly. So. See, another good shot of Dragon Mountain background though. Appreciate that about Rafe. I like this way that, like, they're going back and forth. He's challenging her and forcing her to kind of like adapt to the way he's thinking and acting so that she could still maintain that control. Like, you could see her almost like trying to grasp onto that control. How many characters do you want to play in this season? Yosha, yes.
Yes. I also think it's interesting that she makes the comment of the bodies of your loved ones floating in the water, and the water's
With
running
red,
red,
yeah.
which we just walked away from.
Ooh, little dark Rand. And then she's like, peace, bitches. I got my ring. That's all I needed. Again, look at fucking Liane. That dress. I mean, they're all awesome, but like, Liane changed clothes from the fight scene. Like, she's in a different outfit from an hour and a half ago, or however long. It was the same day they referenced it. She said, "I want to go to the test tonight." So. The Sword of Malkir Kings. Yeah. Erin said, "My duty is to the light, not to you." I wish more people would say that in our government today. It's literally the change that we need.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the power wrought blade seeming to be the like MacGuffin that they need to kill the Forsaken? Do you think that's going to be a thing, or is that just like an unreliable narrator? They think that that's what happened.
I'm going unreliable narrator, mostly because I actually don't think that she's dead.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm going with that as well. It just seems like, I mean, I think it's a good tool. Like, that has a better chance than a regular blade.
Yeah.
But I still think,
like, it almost seems like they're trying to make the power wrought sword like a magic sword, like in like other fantasy property, and not just be like, oh, it's a sword that doesn't get dull and you can't break it.
Yeah.
Which is all that the power wrought sword is in the books.
The power wrought weapons in the books seem to kind of seek out Shadow Spawn too. Like, it's like the people wielding them are better fighters against like Shadow Spawn.
There's so few of them that they kind of almost, maybe they're tied to the pattern a little themselves. They find their way into the right hands. I love that Loyal is drinking.
I know.
I really do. Like, I just love that he's taking part. Ah, yes. Did you kill anyone? The way Perrin reacted makes me think that maybe Avienda might have explained what Maiden's Kiss is. Yeah. Like, she gave him a heads up. She was like, "Listen, if a maiden ever asks you,
say no.
Just say no."
Or he already did it. I mean, he did walk around with.
That's true.
That's
true. That's very true. He might have already partaken. Oh, Taylor's there now too.
Okay.
They made up how to play the game. That's funny.
I was wondering that. I was like, they don't actually say that, right?
Don't actually say what?
How to play Maiden's Kiss in the books.
Not right out.
Yeah, it's just kind of like hinted at.
Yeah.
That's fun.
The fact that they offered it to Loyal was hilarious, and the look that he and Perrin exchanged was perfect. Perfect time for Taylor to join the chat is when we get our first sex scene, probably. Whoop! Not the sister wives. Welcome to the Wheel of Time's first thruple, courtesy of Avi and Elaine.
Welcome to the Wheel of Time, everyone. Look at chat.
I know.
It's going insane. I'm just
watching.
watching chat, not the show. This is
I
going
love this
crazy.
so much.
I'm going back and forth between the two because the chat's so happy.
Finally! I love this for Avienda.
Number one thruple, come on now.
The wound that never heals. The only gripe I would say about the wound is that, like, this is the first reference we've seen to it. You know, like, he didn't complain about it. He wasn't holding his stomach at all. Like, you know, it would have been nice, like, if when he sat down, he went, like, he made, like, an uncomfortable, like,
something.
it was a little bit more, you know, bothersome to Rand in the books, where, like, every time he moved too much, it opened up again, and, like,
Who comes with the dawn?
That's great. This is so Rafe is saying currently, this is one of my favorite scenes in this episode. Maddie and Yosha had the idea to do the scene like this together, but separated, each in their own world. That's funny. That is true. They are kind of separate right now.
Yeah.
We're getting a little dark Rand a little bit, and it seems like Maddie is kind of like lost in her trauma, both with Rena and the arches.
Seems weird to put a trauma survivor through the arches so quickly.
Yeah.
So soon, or whatever.
Yeah. Well, she insisted on it.
Right. It's true.
I wish they would have referenced how dangerous it was a little bit, but
A little more, yeah.
thanks for noticing the callback to episode 1. Great writing from Justine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a great callback.
It was the same script and everything. I love that.
The attention that they're giving to the characters coping with the things that they go through is one of my favorite parts about the Wheel of Time too. Like, there are other fantasy series that, you know, like, it seems like the main characters go through something and then just brush it off and, like, it's no problem, but it's not interesting to read. Like, if you could just overcome everything with just a thought. And 2, it's, you know, unrealistic. You know, not that, you know, fucking people wielding magical powers and things like that is realistic, but you know what I mean. Creepy music. Oh, bah! Creeper lurking in the background. I like how they made Nynaeve, like, instantly wake up right after that too. Like, she almost can feel like something is off.
Well, and I was thinking of this. She used to listen to the wind before she knew she was a channel, and she hasn't been able to hear it.
Like, it's a little bit of a foretelling.
Twice, like, we hear the screaming right before she wakes up.
Okay.
And I think that maybe that's like, it's there, but she doesn't realize it again.
Yeah.
Because she's
She's perceiving it subconsciously. I like that. And there's our cards. If you notice too, if you pay attention to the cards, we only get a couple of really quick flashes of it, but they're the heroes of the Horn for sure. when we get another shot of it, you'll see the table, and just look off to the left of the pile of the cards that are flipped up on the table, and you get a nice shot of those.
I was thinking that with those too.
Yeah.
They almost have like Rand 90 vibes.
Yeah.
In the way there.
Rafe said in the chat that he likes seeing these two characters together, as we don't really get a lot of the two of them together in the books, and that's true, we don't.
And she's so grumpy with him all the time.
Yeah.
In the books. Like,
that's one of the things I like that they've changed about the show, is that the characters kind of, all of the characters, but especially the female characters, kind of see through Matt's facade that he puts up.
mhm.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, they're not distracted by it
They don't just take it at face value and be like, oh, he's
and dismiss him. Yeah. They see that this is a defensive facade that he's putting up, and they see to his true nature. And the fact that she's able to kind of like help bring down that wall for him and allow him to be honest for a second. Little glimpse at the Prince of Battles there.
Mhm.
I love that he's got the wounds on his neck too from the Maiden's Kiss still.
Mhm.
They're such good actors. And fucking Donald again, though, really showing his chops. So good. Little flashback. Right back in that cell. And now she's got that on top of it.
Yep.
I'm sure that's, and I'm sure, wait for it. No, it's gonna stick there. There we go. Oh, a little twitch in the card. I'm pretty sure that that woman on the right too was also in the Heroes of the Horn scene. Like, I remember seeing like a very Chinesely dressed woman.
Yeah. I do.
Very Asian, imperial Chinese looking dress. I'm sure this isn't going to leave any trauma with her either.
No,
of course
no.
not.
This isn't going to damage her relationship with Rand even further. Not at all.
Not even a little.
Definitely not going to make Rand question himself and his,
Yeah.
his possible changes. Definitely nothing.
Yeah, they're going to come out from this unscarred completely.
Yep. Everyone's going to be fine.
Also, I'm going to take a brief intermission to point out how I love her little sleeping outfit.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Okay.
so cute.
That looks like it might hurt.
Yeah,
Just an axe to the chest. And Moiraine just letting it happen.
no. Well, this was all just part of the plan.
Oh man, the Count the Grey Men. Ooh. Crystal. We need to count the Grey Men. Oh. Rafe says he'd been in the episode 6 times before this. Yeah, I thought that too. I think that was the person that walks across the scene in Tarvalon when Suan is just coming out of the alley. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta write that.
Damn, stop stabbing Guyanese. How many times can somebody get stabbed before they die? Really? Hmm? Good catch, Loyal.
Yeah.
A good display of the strength of an Ogier too.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Not great parts of the axe and the law.
and smash it into the freaking stone of the floor.
Right.
Also a testament to the axe, I feel like. Kudos to whatever blacksmith made that axe. Oh, Moiraine doing some healing.
Yeah. She's gonna be busy this evening.
Yeah. Lan is so pissed at her.
He's so mad.
Oh, that looks so cool. Look at that. Look at it like knitting. You saw like the weaving, like knitting the wound back together. Tarvalon looking pretty cool.
Looking pretty. Looking like nothing terrible happened.
Akeem. What's up, Akeem? What was that was a gray man, and that was them attacking Nynaeve, is what that was. Akeem is our first time reader. He's a first time reader. I think he just finished book 1 or 2. Was the last update we had.
Mm.
I didn't touch her. 11 times she was stabbed.
That's too many times.
Too many. Ooh. The last time we saw that look on her face, on Lanfear's face, was when she ran into Mogideon by accident.
She's gone.
Very different than the meeting than the last, like a very different feeling in the gathering here than the last time we saw them in this room.
Interesting. Rafe said they wanted to tie the gray man more directly to one of the four sailors.
Okay.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
So they can't just be sent by anybody.
yeah. The Akeem, yeah, if you're talking about the bubbles of evil, or the weird stuff that happened there in the books, that scene is almost like exactly as the one in the books, with the axe and the cards coming to life and the people coming out of the mirror. Moiraine and Lanfear's plan did exactly what they wanted it to do.
Yep.
Which was separate them. It's never the good. That's never the good move. Like it's never the good move. I really find it surprising that Moiraine wants to separate them. Though I guess at this point she's not really convinced that the others are as important as we know they are. Especially because like the shadow wants to separate them. Like to me that would mean, well, we're never separating them.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. Perfect. It's that's another I feel like testament to the director and like the editors here, is that like the way they slip comedy in, especially to like the super like really serious scenes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Rafe said, Starboy, great observation. The observation was that Elaine and Aviana have been at it this whole time.
This whole time. They're just still going.
At least that was the last thing I saw. So
Yeah, we
go
haven't
with it.
seen
It's
them
pretty
since,
funny.
so they're still just on the roof.
Just necking the whole time.
They have no idea what just happened.
They come down. What do you mean Ninety got stabbed? She looks fine.
Getting stabbed, you have to like get a whole new outfit. It would get really
Oh
expensive.
shit! Yeah. That outfit's just like in the garbage now.
Yeah. It's got holes in it. You have blood on it. Ugh.
They could channel the blood out, but not the holes back together.
No. You have to get a needle and thread for that. Who has time for that?
Not when there's land kissing to be had.
That's right.
Well,
Oh, there's Elaine.
I got to make out with him.
She-
Honey, I'd probably just put him out there too.
That's fair. I'm glad to see Elaine's drinking some water this morning. I'm sure she needs hydration after last night. To show how they're aging the characters up. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm glad someone made the joke. I'm glad someone made the joke. It looks like a mess. I'm definitely memeing that too. Oh yeah, thanks for posting that, Aaron. Yeah, we're going to be hanging out on Monday with Nickel Kopelkar, who was one of the composers on The Wheel of Time Season 2 and Season 3. And he's going to be watching the Season 2 finale with us on Monday. So very excited about that.
I do kind of love that, like, Moiraine did all that work to try to get him to go to Tyr without his friends, and now he's not going there.
Yeah. Just throw a little wrench in her plans.
Yeah.
Fucking creeper, man.
It's like held up with webbing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Like
well, she's the spider.
web, yeah.
Please don't talk. The way she delivers these lines is crazy.
Yeah, that's definitely
Yeah, definitely wearing white cloak garb, and she calls him Jaichim. So Jaichim Karadin. I mean, he was a failed white cloak in the book,
Mhm.
so it makes sense he's a failed white cloak in the show too.
Did you just say that's your blood?
That's what it sounded like. Yeah. Oh, blood. Okay.
Amazing.
That's what
Oh,
okay. Look how fine and like intricate and like delicate the weaving is that she's doing there. She's even doing it with like just a couple of fingers, like very delicately.
Yeah.
A lot of attention to that.
It's like the thing with the anchors moving. It makes like it's all like
Like a master versus somebody.
Yeah. I find it interesting that she needed his like him to say yes to this.
like that in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like this might still be tied to the Dark One somehow, and it's not just a weave that she's doing. Like there needs to be some connection to Shale Ghul and the Dark One to do this. It's not just like she can make a gleeman, gray man whenever she wants. Okay, thanks for that.
Interesting.
Just casually sticking my fingers in your mouth.
She's a weirdo.
Fuck. How many times did they need to do that scene? I hope once.
I hope by either of them, I'd be like, "Are we good? We
Oh
got
my
it?"
god! Oh my god! So good.
So good.
So
Oh my
good.
God.
I was a little worried that, like, you know, showing this much this early was gonna like be tough, but no, it was great. So good. All right.
Oh, look at this. Is more.
Yeah, we're getting to see a little bit more clips from further episodes. Oh, I like that shot of the tower.
Yeah.
So like the warders training yard on the outside.
And they had the
Diagram of the thing. Okay. Oop, little Black Ajah meeting. That was quite a flip.
that was quite a flip.
Up, you're getting your greased up, shirtless,
I
tracking
expect that
brothers.
If I didn't get shirtless
Oh, some
Japan
training.
brothers, I would.
Little house on the prairie.
Did kind of. Ooh, little dream. Oop, forging an axe. I mean, we did get the preview poster of him holding an axe and a hammer, and I loved that. But well, I think that was
You like fought both of them.
yeah. And then maybe he like succumbs to the axe for
You
now.
see every single one of those arrows hit.
Oh yeah. I think we got a quick flicker of Patton Fane too. I'm not sure if I'm making that up or. Ooh, that looked like a Gleeman hat there for a second. I love the way the tattoos look.
So cool.
They look like they're actual gold inlaid into the skin.
Yeah, like scales, like actual dragon
Yeah.
scales.
So awesome.
Good.
Oh,
I feel like the old days in the movies, we all need to clap.
Yeah, I want to clap.
I never clapped after a movie.
No, I don't know if I
I feel
have
like
either.
the only time I did was when it was like midnight premieres.
Yeah, I definitely did at midnight premieres. I've never clapped when a plane landed. I will say that. Though I feel like nowadays you might like it's a clap worthy event. Yeah.
What?
Jeez.
Well, there's nobody helping them land, so like
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So
Do you like a chance to try landing the plane? Please make a line up at the
Let's line up behind.
the pilot's just using the force to land the plane at some point. Maybe.
Exactly.
Like, hopefully there's nobody in the way.
Yeah, well, thank you everyone for hanging out with us. We're gonna end the stream now because Matt over at the Dusty Wheel is going to be interviewing Rafe soon, and we all want to go watch that. But shameless plug before we go: make sure to come and hang out with us on Monday to watch our Monday stream where we're going to be watching the season 2 finale, and our guest is going to be Nicol Kopelkar. That is he's an awesome dude. He's a huge Wheel of Time fan. He's been a Wheel of Time fan forever. He's a composer on season 2 and season 3 of the Wheel of Time show. And if anyone remembers when they first announced season 1 of the show, there was a person that put out like their own little version of what they thought the Wheel of Time theme should be. And it was a composer, and he actually had the Budapest Orchestra play it. And that's because it was Nicol, and he was the composer for the Budapest Orchestra at that time. So, we'll talk to him about that. We'll see if he if that had any influence on him getting the job in season 2 and season 3. Yeah. When is your guys' next podcast?
Well, we record weekly. They come out on Fridays.
Yay! And if you join the Patreon, you get to listen to earlier for the Black Tower.
You get a week early access, a week early, and you can also watch us record.
Ooh, and listen to how you probably end up correcting Josh and Andrew all the time. Anyway, I love all of you people. Thank you for hanging out with us, and go over to the Dusty Wheel and let's watch Matt interview Rafe Wilkins. We will see you on Monday.
My friend.